Hey y'all, it's Garth, the Big 615. You're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. That's the thing we call the Big 615.
Download the free TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. Or ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We recently told you that Eddie Van Halen's iconic Hot for Teacher guitar,
yes,
the one that was in the video, the red guitar, it was up for auction, and it sold, and for, well, a lot more than people thought. A lot more than we thought. We were talking about it.
We were talking about it. It seemed like it was going to go for a lot of money, like a couple $1 million.
Yeah. Turns out it ended up going for more than $3.9 million. Almost $4 million they got for Eddie's guitar.
It's more than a couple. That's a couple of a couple.
Yeah. You got the straitjacket that came with it. Also, the gloves that Eddie wore at the end of the video.
Plus, David Lee Roth will live with you for a week.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's, I think,
$4 million. Come on.
That's how they got it up to $4 million, basically.
Yeah.
Was it? That's it.
Guys, I think we know who bought it.
Was it Jim Irsay?
Yeah, no, I think it was BJ Shea.
Oh, was my net worth. Did my net worth take a hit?
Yeah, you're at only $700,000.
Oh.
So you had to buy that guitar, you know?
Yeah.
I know you're a massive Eddie Van Halen, and you've been learning how to play the guitar since your son's playing bass. I get it. You want to do a father-son band thing, but you're getting a little aggressive getting the Eddie Van Halen guitar.
But at least, it's. Hopefully I can turn it around and sell it for double someday.
Yeah. You might have to wait a little bit.
I'll have to wait a little bit.
Besides you, who else bought it?
I don't have the info about who bought that. It would be nice to know if it was a somebody. I think if it was a somebody, would they put that in the story if it was somebody we knew?
I think if it was that Jim Irsay guy who owns the Indianapolis Colts, and I only know his name not because he owns the Colts, but because he seems to always be in the news for buying rock and roll memorabilia.
Yeah, when Paul Allen was alive, you definitely could put his name in there.
I feel like the two of them, you think they were like rivals, or like they kind of like bro down a lot? Like, hey, dude, when we're playing, let's come over to my place. You got to see some of the cool guitars and drums that I have.
I hope they were buddies, because that's a heck of a common interest.
Right.
You have a football team, you know what I mean? You both have football teams, and you both love rock, and you love, obviously, enough that you got all that memorabilia.
Or is it something where, like, all of a sudden you're trying to get Eddie Van Halen's guitar, you find out Irsay guy, and you flip your table, you're like, freaking Irsay.
Oh, I can see that, too.
We're going to crush him this season.
Yeah. That's a friendly rivalry.
Yeah.
But the cool thing, I don't know about Jim Irsay, but Paul Allen would, at least put the stuff in the Mopop.
I could be wrong, but I almost feel like he's trying to put together some kind of like rock and roll museum with all of his stuff.
That's nice.
Yeah, I don't think he just has it in his basement, just as like a massive like show off move. Like, hey, come on down to my basement. Right. The bathroom. It's right next to Eddie Van Halen's guitar.
Yep, it's called the Jim Irsay Collection. He's got not just music, rock and roll. He's got American history and pop culture. He's got like some Jackie Robinson stuff.
Wait a minute.
Okay, he's got the Beatles drums from Ringo Starr.
He is totally Paul Allen.
But he's doing a world tour. He'll like take it to different cities.
Yeah, pop culture. That's our thing, man.
Oh, so he can't do that as well?
He can't do that. That's right.
Okay, fair. So I noticed there's no Seattle stop, at least not on the list of things that Vicky's showing me.
Well, I guess you kind of go, do you go to Seattle when we have an entire museum doing what he's doing?
We don't have Eddie Van Halen's guitar now, do we?
Though that would be kind of a cool, like, stop in the Mopop.
Yes.
Which,
like the Jim Irsay collection.
Yeah.
Kind of like how they had the Pearl Jam exhibit.
Yeah.
They just stopped doing that, I think, last week. So they could have like a whole Jim Irsay month or something like that.
You know, Steve, now that I think about it, not having Seattle as a stop to me is ridiculous.
It's insulting.
Because of the fact, I mean, that's what Paul Allen did. That's what the Mopop is. It feels like if you're going to stop anywhere, why not Seattle? You know, with all the connections, the football connection, it's kind of a bit of a...
Unless it's on his plan of things to do and we're just jumping the gun.
Maybe we're the final stop. Like, he hasn't fully announced everything, but then, oh, by the way, can't miss Seattle. Well, if Jody Allen hasn't heard about this, because, you know, she doesn't have enough on her plate, she should probably get in touch with Jim Irsay.
Yeah, I don't know if Jody Allen's much of like the collector person. You don't really hear about her. You know, I mean, almost, you felt like for a little bit she was almost a reluctant owner of the Seattle Seahawks. Now it seems like she's all in.
That's my point.
I think get rid of Russ and I'll be excited about this team.
She's also the reluctant, I don't even know if she has anything to do with it, but I feel like she should also be the reluctant steward of the Mopop and therefore, you know what, make this happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Jody.
Yeah, she doesn't have enough on her plate to do. Yeah, she's
not
just
like a big draft coming up.
No, not at all.
A lot of pressure. What they're going to do with the 5th pick?
What is she doing? What is she doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, so she should basically do this because we asked, right? All right. And Jim Irsay should come to Seattle because we asked, right?
Yeah.
Right.
San Francisco. We can make a trip.
Okay, no. You know what? No. If you're going to San Francisco, they don't got no Mopop. Come up here.
Maybe that's why he's going to these places, because they don't have this kind of stuff.
You know what? Sorry, Jim Irsay, but you know what? If you don't come to Seattle, you know what?
How quickly we turned on Jim Irsay.
It's on. I'm just going to say that right now.
And it looks like he puts on concerts with all these as well, so it's not just going to see all these different items. You're going to see a show.
Don't they have concerts sometimes at the Mopop?
Sometimes.
Yeah, dude, you know, they used to a lot. I don't know how much they do anymore. They used to have that Sky Church set up. I have not been there since really the Pearl Jam exhibit opened up, which was a couple of years ago. But they used to put on a lot of shows back in the day.
The guy is nothing but a friggin' copycat. Everything that Paul Allen did, Jim Irsay's going to do.
Oh, God forbid he has interest in music and pop culture. That's just Paul Allen's thing.
It's on.
He even has a lottery ticket signed by John Hancock. Yeah, he's got a bunch of like...
Wait, how can he have a lottery ticket signed by John Hancock?
That's what it said, and there's the the original declaration for the first Thanksgiving. He's got a bunch of history crap, too.
I wonder what kind of lottery ticket they had back then. I hope it wasn't like a bad lottery, like, hey, we got to sacrifice your kid. This was back in the 1700s. Like, is it a sacrifice your virgin lottery?
Yeah. I'm glad they don't do that anymore, because I'm never going to try and win the Mega Millions if I have to give up Tatum.
Well, you know, Massachusetts, the Salem witch trials, I get real nervous when I hear about the lottery way back in the day.
It was a lottery to help reconstruct Boston's hall, one of their halls and stuff that was gutted by a fire. So they did a lottery to raise money.
How did you not know that, BJ?
I don't know how I knew that. Again, all I could think of was the Salem witch trials, so that I kind of went to a darker place.
His ignorance is showing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, really? You guys are on Team Irsay? Well, I'm on Team Allen.
I didn't know we needed to be on a team.
Oh, well, if you're against me, you're on another team. That's how America works. Thought you guys knew this.
Yeah, didn't realize that. Do we have T-shirts or jerseys? What are we doing? Are we shirts and your skins or what's going on?
I'm going to get a jersey and it's going to be bedazzled mother blanker. That's how I'm doing it. All right, we got to talk about this woman who lost her mind on her husband. And it's hard to tell why, but apparently she lost her mind on her husband all because he bought the wrong pickles. What did she do? Oh, boy. Steve's going to tell you. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit max.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, presenting Greta Van Fleet at Climate Pledge Arena on August 4th. Tickets are on sale today, 10 o'clock. You can get those tickets to Greta. Now, I know you want to win tickets. I get it. Because, maybe the budget's tight or maybe you just don't like to pay for things. I don't blame you. So listen all day between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. That's where you'll get a code word. Once you get that code word, you can text it to 206-803-7625. That's 206-803-7625. That's your chance to win tickets to the Greta Van Fleet Show. Here's the code word. You ready?
Yep.
Highway. The code word is highway. 206-803-7625. Text that code word now. Get your chance to win tickets. The code word, highway. Highway.
This music is sexy.
It's like one of them ASMR things there, Vicky, right?
What kind of raunchy stuff are you talking about?
Well, I mean, it can be raunchy sometimes, but otherwise, it also can put you to sleep. I just need something to scratch on. Highway. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Okay, there you go. I don't know. You want all the info, go to KISW.com.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, guys, and thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. And today, I did not know this even existed, and I enjoy myself some cashews. Usually I go with, the honey roasted cashews you get at, the gas stations and things along those lines. Did you guys know? What?
It's just like a peek into the exciting life of Steve Migs.
These are the moments I live for, man.
Yeah. Okay, then. All right, you keep going, Mr. On the Edge.
They got some new ones, like these pecans. They're I don't know, man. They're really good, too. But did you guys know that there's chocolate-covered cashews out there?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, happy National Chocolate-Covered Cashew
That's
Day.
Where this was all leading to that major revelation.
I did not know until this morning that was even a thing.
This is really where I wish I had a time machine, because I would like to take this video back to young Steve, because young Steve would be sitting at his desk going, please don't let me get any more. I'm done. Let me just stop today.
Young Steve would also be like, dude, all this time we did not know about chocolate-covered cashews? I've always loved cashews, BJ.
Upon further review, knowing you back then, yeah, you're absolutely right.
This is on brand for Steve Migs.
That's very true.
Those look fantastic.
You could get a 1 pound bag for $16.99 on nuts.com.
Nuts.com.
Hey, that's where I get all my nuts. Nuts.com. Are you looking for your boys? Nuts.com.
Yeah, I usually go on that website when I'm home alone, so I'll have to make sure I order that. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Nice job, Macaulay.
That's nuts.com. It's also a day for Ryan Castle. And for us Paw Patrol fans, it's a day for Rubble. It's Bulldogs are a beautiful day.
Oh, because Ryan Castle's
got a couple bulldogs. He has a couple.
Yeah. Does he have more than one?
I believe he has two.
I had no.
Lola and.
Oh, I always thought that was the same one. Like
Barbie.
So it's like the Mary Kate
Barbarella,
and Ashley.
I think.
Oh, so it's like Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Like he has one pictures, and he has two dogs that take the same. They're
the same breed, but they look completely different.
Wow, I really
shows what you know.
I really don't. Shows you how much I care as well. I really don't even care how many dogs he has.
Well, enjoy your bulldog, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, nuts.com.
All right, let's head on over to Florida because all the fun stuff happens in Florida, including this 64-year-old woman named Glenda. That's a great name for someone who's in their 60s, right, BJ?
Oh, Glenda. Yeah, that's old school.
You probably know a lot of Glendas, don't you?
I actually do. I know a family that's got a Glenda, a Wanda, and a Rhonda.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
All in the same family, yeah.
Well, she was arrested, not your friend Glenda, but this woman in Florida, because, she got into an argument with her husband, John. And the reason why, he bought the wrong kind of pickles.
Oh, well, she's 100% right.
Poor reporting, poor journalism. They don't say which kind of pickles he bought or which kind of pickles she preferred. I'd imagine like the sweet pickles. I love those pickles.
Like the peanut, the butter, the whatever they call them, the sandwich
like
pickles.
The cucumber chip style.
Oh, they're so good.
Woo! Yeah. Don't get me going. Those are delicious. Well, anyways, this argument escalated to the point where Glenda picked up a wooden novelty piece. That's what they called it.
What the hell's a wooden novelty piece? Is that a fancy way to say a wooden sex aid?
Turns out what it is some random football trophy that he had or she had there. Maybe it was for like fantasy football. Who knows what it was for, but it was in a plastic case. Boy. So she threw that at the guy.
That was probably his. Insult to injury. I'll try to hurt you with your stupid item I don't like.
This thing that you brag about. Well, anyway, she apparently lost her balance and she fell. So she had a little bit of an injury on her own. It's just like, what a calamity. What a comedy show right there. Anyways, the police came. They arrested her, but John did not want to press charges. He just wanted to go buy her the right pickles.
I mean, honestly, good for that he did not get in trouble, because if she fell over in a domestic dispute and got injured, I mean, a lot of times, how do you defend yourself and go, I really didn't do this, officer?
Sometimes people will jump to conclusions.
Yeah, so I'm glad that they saw really what happened.
Well, they also realized that he's a terrible husband and bought her the wrong pickles. Now, he should have been arrested as well.
Was she pregnant?
She's 64. I don't think that.
Oh, she's 64.
I'm not here to say.
Oh,
and Vicky's showing you a picture of her too. The whole premise, like I said, she's 64. You know a lot of 64-year-olds, BJ.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, here's why.
You were in on it.
I totally just focused on pickles.
Yeah, people like pickles when they're pregnant.
Yeah, so that's what I thought of. Yeah, I saw that picture of his wife. She does not look like she's got all the cards. You know what?
She just got arrested because she freaked out over pickles. She probably just has that weird look on her face for that reason.
Yeah. Oh, is that the only reason she has it? Remember, she attacked somebody over pickles.
Well, yeah, we can forget about that part.
Oh, okay.
I mean, also, she didn't have a chance to put on her makeup.
No, she looks
her hair looks nice.
Or her teeth, maybe.
Oh, she has.
It looks like she may not have all her teeth.
She may not have all her teeth.
She has like the no teeth look.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
She does look like a Glenda, though.
She definitely looks like a Glenda.
Yeah, you know what? Not with all the new technology they have, you don't get to see people without their teeth anymore. Which is really, I'm going to miss that look.
Dude, so this story made me think of that time that we did that poker tournament, and I, by no skill of my own, ended up at the final table and almost won a big poker tournament, like a charity Seahawks thing, and I had no idea if I was winning or losing.
I hated that day so much.
Well, I thought about that this morning because there's this woman by the name of Erin. She's 48 years old, and she almost won $250,000 in a Candy Crush tournament that she entered by mistake.
Oh, nice.
What? I guess she, her son tweeted about it last week. He said that she's been playing for years, and she entered an All-Stars tournament without even realizing it, and she just started beating people, as he said, destroying people left and right. And all she was able to say is, I don't even understand what I'm doing in this game, which makes me think of the time when I was playing poker. I had no idea if I won or lost until they started pushing the chips in my direction.
Oh, see, that frustrates the hell out of me when a noob just goes on a streak of luck like that.
Her son said that she ended up being the number 1 seed in her region and possibly in the entire United States, and that the prize pool was for $250,000 with $100,000 going to the winner. But sadly, her big run came to an end the other day when she got eliminated.
Oh,
so she's not even a part of the final 10. I guess the final 10 will play in a live final in the UK next month. So if she won, she would have even gotten a trip to London as well.
Probably would have been in the money.
I got a bottle of wine, which was cool, but not a trip to London.
Yeah. If they have that prize pool, I bet the top 10 get something.
I didn't even know people were still playing Candy Crush.
I didn't know they had tournaments where they were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It's insane, man. There's money everywhere.
Yeah, there is.
We're just not good enough to get it.
That's true.
Sadly, your Seattle Kraken were not good enough to get it.
Don't bring it up. I watched the stupid game.
Look, you could call it that was a great game. It would obviously not end the way that I would like to have seen in any Kraken fan. I mean, minus really, they just took their foot off the gas for like a few minutes here and there, not much, and they paid for it. And that's just that sums up the playoffs right there, man. You got to just you can't let up on a team, especially a team. I was joking with Danny. I'm like, yeah, the Colorado Avalanche just remembered that they're a really good hockey team, and man, did they show it in that second period. They came out swinging. The Kraken didn't have that same energy that they needed. First period was amazing. 2 quick goals. Brandon Tanev blowing kisses at people in the crowd when he scores. That was amazing. Yanni Gourde, he was so damn good that BJ, I impulsively bought a Yanni Gourde jersey after that second goal. I'm not even kidding.
I know you're not kidding.
That's sent the screenshot to Danny.
That's what did it. He
set up that great goal. His hit on the penalty kill. That was amazing. Yeah. And I just lost my mind. And the combo of Yanni Gourde and Brandon Tanev just seems to piss off everybody on the Colorado Avalanche. I love that they're on the same line. They are the 1-2 punch. They are the buddy comedy that I've been looking for, BJ.
That was pretty wild. But I you know what? I just sat there and I go, oh, please don't make this come back and haunt us.
Yeah, you know what, though? That did suck. Second period, Colorado just stepped it up. Grubauer Another phenomenal game.
Great game.
Look, he gave up 3 goals. He faced 41 shots, and a lot of those goals should have been going in. I mean, if this was Grubauer regular season, that would have been like a 6-2 game.
Yeah, if you watch the game, there's you have no complaints about Grubauer.
Grubauer played great. The team played great. They just had a couple of lapses, and you just can't have that in the playoffs.
Yeah, the second period and third period were not like the first period, where they were just. It seemed like the puck was always in Colorado's end in the first period.
The third period, I feel like a little bit of it they were looking good, but you're right. Then they started teetering off. Dude, they had that 3-on-1. Yeah. Oh, if that pass with Eberle, that should have been a goal. It was a great save.
Great save. Their goalie kept them in the game too.
Oh, was it Georgiev?
Yeah.
He was phenomenal. He played great.
That save, was so heartbreaking.
And the heartbreaking part was if he would have got that shot off when he first got the pass, like he kind of fumbled it a little bit, which gave Georgiev time to get over, and also meant that he kind of shanked the shot. He didn't really get he didn't get all of the mustard on it. You know what I mean? Like, if he would have really got that shot on, that would have went in. Yeah. But that's just how the game goes, man. It was a fun game to watch. And at the end of the day, you watch the post-game stuff. You see them talk to the players. There doesn't seem to see any sense of, like, we're down on ourselves. Like, there's a lot of optimism with this team because all you wanted to really do was grab one out of those 2 games. Like, you wanted to come back to Seattle and not be down 2-0. And they're coming back to Seattle 1-1. Tomorrow night at Climate Pledge Arena, it's going to be nuts.
Oh yeah, and they're competitive. These are good games.
Oh, such a good game.
For a Kraken fans, they're good games. The Kraken were in that game. It was never where you thought, oh my God, we don't have a chance.
No, they should. I mean, if they could figure out the damn power play. Yeah, that's a concern.
Yeah.
Their penalty kill's phenomenal.
Dude, the power play is concerning. It feels like, it's better if you just don't give us the man advantage.
I know, even at the end when they had they pulled the goalie, I'm like, well, it doesn't work on the power play. What do we think it's going to work now? Anyways, the optimism is still there with the team. In fact, after the game, Eli Tovanen talked to some of the reporters, and one of the reporters said, hey, did you feel like your team blew a missed opportunity being up 2-0 in this game? And here's his response.
I mean, no, not really. It's going to be a long series. We know they're a really good team, and we did a really good job in the first game, and we come back to Seattle 1-1. The series is tied. I feel like we should be happy about it.
Yeah. So I mean, there's some great optimism with this team. No one seemed like they're panicking. It's 1-1. It's now a best of 5 series, and the advantage is now for you guys because now you're coming home. Climate Pledge Arena tomorrow night. Danny V's going to be there.
Let's go.
Oh well, that's what the Kraken are playing for.
Yep. His stupid friend Chris is going to be there. Don't hold that against Danny. That he's wearing his friend's wearing.
Oh right, you're going to be next to you're going to be next to a Lance shirt.
Great.
Yeah.
Hopefully you and everyone around him is just making fun of him.
Oh, the whole time. I may spill my beer on him.
That's a great idea. You should just get every
nachos.
Oh, there nachos. Just accidentally bring a ketchup bottle and just accidentally squirt it all over.
Just squirt him in the face, on the jersey, in the pant, crotch area.
Nothing like a little ketchup on the crotch.
You know what? No, grab some chocolate and smear it on his butt.
Good call.
All of this.
All the embarrassments.
Might I recommend getting down to Climate Pledge a little bit early because tomorrow is going to be a cluster F in Seattle when it comes to sports. You've got the Sounders playing tomorrow night against Minnesota United FC. The Mariners are going to be playing. They're playing tonight, of course, as well against the Cardinals, but they're playing tomorrow too at night over at T-Mobile Park, and then the Seattle Kraken playing at Climate Pledge Arena. So have fun with traffic tomorrow.
And of course, Steve, look, as much as it was tough to have that game, at least we're not New Jersey Devils.
Oh my gosh, dude, they just go home.
They were one of the best teams in hockey this year, and they are just getting spanked.
The Rangers, everything is like I said, they picked up a couple good players towards the end of the season, and it's starting to show in the playoffs.
Boy, oh boy.
Shesterkin's playing great, their goalie. Devils lost 5-1. How about the Maple Leafs turned it around yesterday, beat the Lightning 7-2.
That is a way to go. Listen, you effers, we do not want to go out in the first round.
I hear there's some key injuries with the Lightning team that a lot of people are like, if Maple Leafs can't beat them, they really should just stop playing hockey at this point. Some key players.
Well, I mean, they did lose the first game, so.
Well, the injuries happened during that game.
Oh,
so that's why.
I didn't realize that.
Golden Knights, they beat the Jets 5-2.
They came back.
So lots of series are now tied at 1 game apiece, except for the Rangers and Devils.
Sorry about that. So sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss, sir.
Weather, we're going to hit a high of 52 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today. Thanks to Jersey Mike's, a sub above, for giving us the Migs report. And that's what's up. Go Kraken.
Go Kraken, baby. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What model was married to musician Seal?
Cindy Crawford?
No.
Giselle?
No.
Crap. I can't think. I know he was married to someone hot, but I don't remember. Paulina Porskova.
No.
That's Rick Ocasek.
No, sorry, dude. The person that was married to Sewell is Heidi Klum. Okay, Heidi Klum.
Oh, good old Klummer.
Yeah, the Klummer.
The Klummer.
I don't even want to go.
Go on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, don't do it. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Inside School of Washington is open to all Washington State residents grades K through 12. We have a personalized approach to education. Whether it's college credits with dual enrollment, career readiness, or credit recovery, we will accommodate your family's needs. The 23-24 school year enrollment is open now. Go to k12.com/ISWA. That's k12.com/ISWA to find out more. We've been around for over 12 years, doing online schooling successfully. No tuition fee and a high success rate. The support you and your student need. k12.com/ISWA.
Hey y'all, it's Garth. I love the country music family. I love the country music family of artists and the country music family of songs. Some of the greatest artists to ever grace music are under the flag of country music. And some of the greatest songs in music history are under the flag of country music. The Big 615, you're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. And I think the country music family is one of those families that is very inclusive and wants both the established artists and the new artists to be side by side in this thing we call country music.
Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's our loud and local band of the week, La Fonda.
Make excuses, stay away. Like too much work is on my plate.
It's our loud and local band of the week, La Fonda. You want to find out how to get their music? It's pretty simple. Just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.
They just put out a brand new record, the follow-up, Danny, to their record, New Mexico.
Let's go.
This album is called We Are Infinite, and they're going to be playing at the Crocodile on May 5th.
And if you want more local music, we got it for you Sunday nights here on The Rock. 8 o'clock, it's a show called Loud and Local. 2 hours of great Pacific Northwest music. Bands like La Fonda.
Let's play Beat Migs.
I will beat anyone that calls in to play the game. He's smarter than you. He'll make you look lame. seconds on the clock. You're going down and I'm gonna rock. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Migs, you're a loser.
We finally made it. It's Friday!
Hey, look! Daddy's jumping! Looking forward to the weekend. Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying, 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 partying. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
I'm excited because it looks like there's no rain for this weekend. And even better, next weekend it's supposed to be really, really nice.
Did you see that?
Of course.
Next week, the spring fair is happening at the Puyallup Fairgrounds or Washington State Fairgrounds, and it was last weekend and this upcoming weekend. But then the really nice weekend, it's not happening.
I'm sorry.
You should be. It's your fault.
I'm very sorry.
70 degrees and sunny next week.
Yeah.
How awesome is that? I think I'll leave town.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I think everyone would be appreciative of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll probably be inside playing board games, but how about tonight? Tonight I'm actually going out to a party with people.
Well, look out.
I mean, I don't
that's
even know what to make of myself. I'm having a little pre-funk and everything and hanging out with the young kids.
Quick shout out. Happy birthday to the man, the myth, the drunk, Ryan Castle.
Let's go.
Dude,
Happy birthday.
We'll have to talk about this later, but I'm so worried about this party.
Why?
Because everybody is they party, they drink, and I'm a lightweight.
So then don't.
Yeah, but that's.
I feel like the only people that are going to make you drink or force drinks down you are your daughter and Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I you know what? You've hit it right on the head. The people are supposed to protect me, I'm afraid of.
A simple word goes a long way.
Yeah.
No.
Steve, you do more than that, though. You have a simple, I got to go to the bathroom, and then we never see you again.
You could do the same thing, BJ.
And plus, you do go to the bathroom a lot, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a good point.
No, you don't have to dip out. You just say no. You don't have to take a drink.
I wish I could do that. I have boundary issues, man. I mean, look, you are my inspiration because I watch what you do, but my brain says, no, you can't do what Steve does. Steve's a superhero of the word no.
And if he's the superhero of the word no, Sarah's like the super villain of being a pusher.
Yes.
I have pretty good, I'm self-esteem and everything, but for some reason, when she's lame, I immediately go back to little high school Vicky, and it's just
Vic?
Oh, God.
You know what? I will be 100%. I got your back on this because I've seen this happen a lot of times, and I've had conversations with my daughter about the fact that just let people be people. Let them do what they want to do. But my daughter's like, no, when you're at my party, you have to be just like me. What, in freaking sane?
I guess that is the
Steve, I'm telling you, you should do courses. Go on the internet and teach people how to say no. You would be very surprised at how that is so difficult for a lot of people.
Let me think about it. No.
Yeah, so you just did that.
That's the number one.
That's the shortest self-help video that you'll ever have on the internet. No, I won't help you say no.
All right, let's play the game.
I was going to say, what you can't say no to is playing the game.
I'm on a rough streak. I need to redeem myself, and I have to do it for the Kraken.
We have Adam today from Shelton. Adam, are you there?
Happy Friday!
Happy Friday!
Oh, Backlash, a classic.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Adam had 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you do only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Pitter patter, let's get at her.
Yeah! What 2 letters appear on the heart-shaped tag attached to all Beanie Babies?
JL.
No.
Pass.
Beginning with the letter C, what is the technical term for the collarbone?
Clavicle.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
What is the only major river that flows through Egypt?
The Nile.
Yes. Orlando Bloom played Will Turner in what film series?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Correct. How many years are in 1 millennium?
100.
No.
1,000.
Yes. A buck or a male deer is also called what?
Say again?
A buck or a male deer is also called a what?
Pass.
What comet can be seen from Earth about every 75 years?
Haley's.
Yes. What does the company BBC stand for?
Ooh.
British Broadcasting Company.
No.
Oh, so close, my
Yes, so
friend.
close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct.
All right. I would like to say this, though, Vicky, that Egypt question, I'm sorry. No.
It's because he's in denial.
There you go. You guys are both following today.
Wow.
Very excited.
Talk about a Jungle Cruise reference.
Yeah. Was that in that movie?
No, I'll tell you.
See, I think of another great film when I think of that, but
That's
again,
the Rock movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that.
Can you guys talk about the Tooth Fairy without me?
We can't tell you yet what it's about because it may give you a clue.
Are you ready, Steve?
Oh, yeah!
What 2 letters appear on the heart-shaped tag attached to all Beanie Babies?
XO.
No.
FU?
No.
Oh, come on.
BB.
No.
Oh.
Beginning with the letter C, what is the technical term for the collarbone?
Clavicle.
Yes. What is the only major river that flows through Egypt?
The Nile.
Yes. Orlando Bloom played Will Turner in what film series?
I don't know. Harry Potter?
Nope.
Lord of the Rings?
No.
Hello?
Ocean's 11?
No.
Oh.
How many years are in 1 millennium?
100?
No.
1,000?
Yes. A buck or a male deer is also called what?
A doe?
No.
A deer.
A buck. A deer.
Won't ever get this right.
Pass.
What comet can be seen from Earth every
Halley's.
75 years? Yes.
Halley's Comet.
What does the company BBC stand for?
British Broadcasting Company?
Nope.
No.
The big.
No.
Beautiful.
No. Oh, what a loser. What a bloody loser you are.
Unfortunately, that was not enough for a win. 4-5.
Nice work, Adam.
Hey, thank you. And Steve just wants to say 5-hole.
Right in there.
Yeah, he got you right
in it. Didn't close those legs quick enough.
Oh, that's a fact. Man, I wish that was the case last night as we took a lot of shots at the 5-hole and didn't get in.
Man, so many shots.
Oh.
Well, they took way more shots on us.
Yeah.
But we had so many great opportunities.
Yeah,
that
they
goalie
did.
played. He stood on his head.
He did. And excuse me. I won't miss this shot. I'll score that goal. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Steve, I know you wanted to win, but you did not.
I did not.
Yeah, the difference maker was Will Turner. Orlando Bloom, Pirates of the Caribbean.
You do know this movie.
I know it. I've never seen it.
Nope.
You were right. I mean, Lord of the Rings is good because he was in that. At least.
Yeah.
I was surprised he guessed that.
Wasn't in Harry Potter, which is interesting because, he could have been. I mean, almost everybody who's British was in that movie.
I mean, I was like, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I was just trying to think of franchises that weren't Rocky.
You're a wizard, Harry.
What 2 letters appear on the heart-shaped tag attached
Danny
to all
knows this
Beanie
because he's a
Babies?
baby that is a beanie.
TY.
TY.
Ty is the company that makes beanies.
Ty Warner.
Oh,
come on.
fair.
Jeez, didn't you collect them? Come on, Steve.
Oh, yeah, I still do.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what a buck
XO's a pretty good guess, though.
XO isn't horrible in the heart. Yeah, I'll give you that, but it's a horrible answer on that one.
A buck or a male deer is also called a what?
Elk?
No.
Oh, why? No, I know this and I don't.
Think of bachelor parties.
Oh,
Stag.
a stag. Thank you. Then there's a whole clothing name after. I mean, son of a bee.
And what does the company BBC stand for?
Corporation.
Yep, British Broadcasting Corporation.
Oh, so close.
So excited, man. I've said the
What
BBC.
did I say? Company?
Company.
Oh, yeah.
So did he.
Yeah, I was going to say Adam said the same thing.
BBC's been sending out all these new pictures of the new Doctor Who people. And, oh, man, they're in the swinging 60s because he's a time traveler. And so the new dude's got this awesome fro, and I'm like, I cannot wait.
Oh, when does it start?
November-ish. They got an older guy. They're bringing back David Tennant for ratings, but I mean, basically is why.
I've heard of him. He's like the only doctor that I can name. Like if someone came up to me and said, name a doctor from Doctor Who,
That's all you know.
David Tennant. Yeah. Only because of you.
Yeah. Oh, you see, I help you out, brother.
Yeah, just in case if someone came up to me with a gun to my head. Name a doctor.
Yeah, there's this new dude from the show. If you've watched the show Sex Education on Netflix, which if you haven't watched Sex Education, such an amazing show. Chuti Gatwa is, he plays, I don't know why I can't remember his name, Eric. He plays Eric on that show, and so good. So I'm so looking forward to this.
Dude, he's got some nice suits on.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so 60s.
Who's his female friend?
Her name is Ruby on the show, but I don't know this actor.
Ruby Sunday?
Yeah, that's the character's name.
Millie Gibson?
Millie Gibson. I don't know much about Millie Gibson. A lot of people think she's reminiscent of Billie Piper because, she's blonde, and that was, of course, she was the first companion on the reboot of Doctor Who back in 2005, and everyone's very excited. But I'm just excited because Chudy's a great actor, so I can't wait to see what he brings to the role. So there you go. Yay. All right, hello. It's all about the BBC. And by the way, Disney now has Doctor Who. Disney has everything. Disney freaking has everything now.
Yes, they do.
I mean, it's really
it's all about the BBC.
Yeah. It's all about the BBC. All right, so we've got this story, which might be the craziest story about a neighbor of all time. Oh, yeah. Crazy neighbor story. Could be the best. You're going to hear about it at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a woman in Riverview, Florida. I know it's going to shock you that we've got a crazy neighbor story coming from the great state of Florida, but here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah. So this woman in Riverview, Florida, she shared a very strange video, and you can see this on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. This bizarre video has her neighbor punching a hole through her fence. Which I'm like, imagine you're living there, next to you, your neighbor's just punching a hole through your fence.
To be honest, when I first saw this video yesterday, I was just scrolling on my phone. I thought it was like a trailer for a horror film. Like, it's straight up. I was expecting like Jack Nicholson, like The Shining, like that, because her face popped through the hole, and it's like, this is freaky as F, BJ.
Yeah, and is this the right word, by the way? Is this what she did? Because that doesn't.
Peeking. I just read. I have no idea why it says that.
Yeah, okay, it was peeking. Okay, yeah,
or looking.
Well, either way,
I have no idea what the original.
Okay, that's why I just before I read this.
But also that makes sense too if that was happening.
That's why I thought did she? But anyway, all right. So here's what happened.
Poking.
Either way, yeah.
That's what it was supposed to be.
So this woman has this video of this crazy neighbor punching a hole through her fence and launching into a crazy rant while her face was basically peeking, looking through the hole. We've got the audio.
Punched a hole through the thing? You're doing, yeah? You are artificial and disgusting. And you know what? Your kid is going to die. And I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to watch and smile as it happens. And watch. Yes.
It's currently 5 p.m. on a Saturday in April. Yeah? And this woman lives next to me in Riverview, Florida. And she's going on a rant. She just punched a hole through my fence.
This is made of artificial.
She's trying to put... Okay, so we're going inside right now.
Oh my gosh, she's like news reporter almost voice going on. This is happening on a Saturday in April. And finally she's like, we're going to go inside. This lady's crazy.
Yeah. Man, see, cell phones give us the ability to see so much crazy in the world. And I'm thinking that we've always been this nutty. We just have not been able to document it like this.
I mean, this woman's got the, like, the very, like, scary, smiling serial killer look to her.
Here's the thing.
Your kid is going to die?
Whenever you say, your kid is going to die and I'm going to enjoy watching it, at that point, you need to go talk to somebody, because those words, there's never any time in your life that those words should ever be uttered to another person who has a child. It's just, you need help.
If you say that out loud, I feel like as soon as you say that, you go, I've taken this too far. I'm going to stop.
Yeah, you would think at some point, even then, you'd be like, okay, well,
I've gone too far.
If I feel like the spouse is like, honey, that's not we're just supposed to punch a hole through there. Supposed to tell her she's superficial. I don't know why. Here's the script. Where on the script does it say the kid should die? We wrote this out, honey.
That escalated quickly.
Punch a hole. Say she's superficial. Be done. All right. I mean, stay on script.
I'm starting to feel a little like not so bad about having neighbors that park their cars everywhere.
No, dude, you got lucky. I mean, no one's ever punched a hole in your fence and said they hope your kid's gonna, that ain't.
I mean, sure, their dogs bark and like they're jumping at the fence, but
wow, that is that's a hell of a neighbor.
Great neighbors now, I realized.
Yeah, that is wow.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
You've got to go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com, because Steve's right. Seeing the look on this lady's face as she's declaring all this horrible stuff, it's maddening. I mean, she's she's not there, man.
If you put creepy like Halloween or like scary music kind of under it, it would sound like it's from a movie.
Yeah. And this video is going viral. You are not famous for the right reasons, lady, because of you punching a hole through this woman's fence, going into a crazy rant. Well, you know what we're going to talk about, right? We want you to finish this sentence. I knew I had a strange neighbor when they did blank. Or how about when did your neighbors realize that you were the strange one? 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. Finish this sentence. I knew I had a strange neighbor when they did blank. Your calls, your texts after Sublime on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit max.com.
At Columbia College, you can invest in your future without sacrificing today. Online, in-class, and virtual options save you time and money. Take the first step toward earning your accredited degree. Classes start soon. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Danny, we've got to get that audio again because it's really disturbing. If you haven't seen this video and you want to know what mentally unbalanced looks like, okay, we got it for you. It is on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. There's a woman in Florida who punched a hole through a fence of her neighbor just to, make this crazy rant.
Punched a hole through the thing?
You're doing, yeah? You are artificial and disgusting. And you know what? Your kid is going to die. And I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to watch and smile as it happens. And watch.
Wow.
Yes.
It's currently 5 p.m. on a Saturday in April. Yeah? And this woman lives next to me in Riverview, Florida. And she's going on a rant. She just punched a hole through my fence.
This is made of artificial.
She's trying to put... Okay, so we're going inside right now.
You know, I hearing it again, I'm not happy with the person who's recording this as well. Nobody deserves to have those things said to them. But like you said, Steve, it's like, you're going all news reporter on this. This is a really disturbing situation. I don't know
I think she's just trying to document the craziness.
You think that's what
I don't have an issue with her. I have an issue with the kid. What was the kid doing that was so dangerous that the lady was clearly just worried that the kid was going to hurt themselves?
You know what? We never did find out what. Maybe the kid was like playing with hand grenades. We don't know.
She never said she was going to kill the kid.
Yeah.
She just said something was going on that meant that the kid was going to die.
But she said she'd smile when it happened. No matter what, does any kid deserve to have somebody smile if some like tragedy befalls them? I don't know.
Remove that part.
Yeah, my children, yes, I would smile if anything bad happened to them. Yes, that would mean I don't have to worry about inheritances and everything.
And then you hear the kid in the background almost like he's like a little toddler. Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, this is like the kid's probably
it's
just
like a 15-year-old.
Yeah, play with toys, just going. I don't know. There's two crazy people screaming, but I got my Tonka. What do I care?
You think the kid accidentally like kicked a ball in her yard or something like that?
Oh,
what's like triggered this?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not saying it was right, but what triggered this?
So as a reporter, she gets a C because she could have really dug deeper into the motivation.
We need more information.
And again, if you want to see that video, it's on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. And we want you to finish this sentence. I knew I had a strange neighbor when they did blank. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. You might also be the strange neighbor yourself. And what did you realize? Yet you were the one that was strange.
Yeah, fess up.
Let's go to Patrick in Woodinville. Patrick, you are on The Rock.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Patrick. It sounds like you don't happen to have a truck or anywhere around you, do you? Because if Steve likes people to honk the horn if you do.
I literally just parked for this, so
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Well, do you want him to honk the horn? I mean, it's Steve. I don't know. You get mad at me when I hang up too soon.
Was that good?
Do you have a truck?
No, I have a Kia Soul so far from.
What the hell, BJ?
Didn't he say yes? I thought he said yes.
I think you just created the story in your head.
I have got PTSD for how many times you look at me and go, "You ruined my life because the horn wasn't on."
I mean, I just heard a sound of a car. Not every car has a truck.
Well, I don't know. I hear the beep beep. I don't know what that.
Cars make those sounds, BJ.
They do.
It's a Kia Soul. Look, no disrespect to the Kia Soul, but I don't need to hear a Kia Soul's horn.
You know what kind of car it is, even from the beep beep. You knew it was a Kia Soul.
Oh, easily, right? It was a Kia Soul.
All right.
It was a Kia Soul. It sounds like a little Tonka truck, at least, you know?
Oh, wow. What a perfect impression. Yeah. I feel like there's two Kia Souls now. All right, Patrick, were you the crazy neighbor or did you have a crazy neighbor?
I might be the crazy neighbor, but in this case, I was not. I had a older Russian lady that loved her alcohol, and her breath always reeked of, I'm assuming vodka. Maybe that's not okay to assume vodka, but that's what it smelled like to me. And one time she was pulling into our parking lot and she sideswiped my car really bad. Just parked. She hit a parked vehicle.
All right.
At the condos. So she came up and knocked and told me what happened, as I could smell the alcohol on her breath. And we had to get insurance involved. Pretty much totaled the car because it was old enough. It was still drivable, but the thing was just done. And after that, she avoided me like crazy. I would like see her poke her head out to see if we were coming up the stairs or anything to the condo, and she would like literally shut her door and wait for us to go inside before she came out because she felt so embarrassed by hitting our car.
Yeah, damn that. Well, especially if you're drinking and driving, that sucks, man. But can I do a PSA?
Yes.
I got to do this because this is the second time I've noticed this happened. It happened, I think, last week.
Uh-oh.
And I have to say something. And I'm doing this as a public service to all my brothers and sisters out there because you don't know that this is going on. There's a thing called, and we had the training, you know what, ever since the company gave us that unconscious bias training.
Yes.
Here's the thing. In this story, her ethnicity was not a factor at all. There was no reason to talk about what ethnicity this woman was. And that is an unconscious bias. Sometimes when we get into an adversarial situation with somebody, we look for even more reasons. And if we've got biases, boy, do they come up. So her ethnicity has nothing to do with that story. And then, of course, you double down. I think it was vodka. You know what I mean? Because that is, of course, the preferred drink of everybody from that country, apparently. So you got to watch yourself, man. You got to look in the mirror because that is something that may be on your hard drive that you might want to purge, especially if you don't think of yourself as that kind of person.
I mean, I can't remember the name of that great philosopher, but they said you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Very important.
Yeah. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, it is funny. So then when you hear someone tell a story, I'm like, well, that part didn't factor at all into the story. But it's just something that people like a crutch. It'd be nice for people to get rid of.
Yeah, I mean, or Steve, maybe people go, gosh, maybe I am biased against a certain situation and I didn't think I was. Well, let me do some work on that. Because look, we were raised the way we were raised. There was a lot of stuff. Look, I was raised in Boston. A lot of stuff put on my hard drive from that town.
Is that the new buzzword, man? On your hard drive?
That's my buzzword. You think it'll become a buzzword?
No, I thought maybe you got it from somebody.
I know. I that's the thing I made up.
You've been saying it a lot.
You said it already a couple times, so I was like, oh, is this some new trendy word that you picked up?
Well, have you heard it anywhere else besides me?
No, but sometimes...
Well, give me the guy. Maybe I'm the guy that made it a trendy word.
I don't want it to be a trendy word.
I want it to be trendy.
I hate that. It's like business speak.
Well, the thing is that you
have an unconscious bias against your hard drive.
I'm more geek speak because you get programmed in life by your parents and your upbringing, and you might go, dude, I am not this kind of person, but then all of a sudden something slips out and you go, oh my God, that's on the hard drive. I got to delete that.
You know what's funny though? We're having this whole talk about unconscious bias and how you brought up a whole Russian thing, and the radical Russian I see is on our list of people.
Oh, really?
I want to talk.
Right,
what the hell's going on here?
Well, he probably wants to call and defend that vodka is not the only beverage of Russia. Or Rad Rush, are we wrong? And it's a fair stereotype that indeed vodka is the only beverage of Russia.
Good morning, DJ.
Good morning, Rad Rush. As you and I are working together to end these stereotypes and unify two countries that, still have issues with each other.
I may be from the motherland, but I, of course, like I always say, BJ, I am now American citizen.
Yes, you are.
America.
You know what? And we're glad to have you.
God bless America.
We're not happy to have Danny, but we're glad to have you, sir. All right, so were you
very, very much thanks.
Were you the crazy neighbor, or was somebody else
What's
the
he
crazy
doing
neighbor?
that's crazy? He makes great breakfast
I will
sandwiches.
definitely
really
admit
does.
that I have been crazy neighbor at least once or twice. But this particular one is the crazy neighbor. But first, I want to quick lesson for all of you. So when Ryan comes into the before I tell story, when Ryan come into the office, you tell him "Pozdravляю с днем рождения," which means I congratulate you on day of birth. Okay.
You know what? I'm just going to say happy birthday because I could not repeat what you said if I tried. But thank you for those wishes for Ryan.
This is like normal. Is that what it was?
No, I think that's busting something else.
Oh,
and that's a different kind of day.
That's quite the birthday.
Oh man, this is the Hey, Rad Rush. So, what did your neighbor do? If it wasn't you, what did your neighbor do to you?
Okay, so the neighbor. I like to take showers early morning. I'm 5 o'clock club guy.
You like to take showers in the morning? What are you, crazy? Who does that?
Are we ever going to get to this story?
No, never.
Okay.
When I first moved into this house in Capitol Hill a long time ago, this is like 15 years ago, and I see this head bobbing up and down past my window while I'm taking a shower.
Oh, what?
And I'm like, what? Who is this man? And so I kind of investigate. The next day I'm taking the shower. All of a sudden, here comes the bobbing head again. And I go, oh, okay. So I put on my robe real quick. I run outside, and I catch the neighbor. He's walking right down by my house on my side of the fence, Anyway, I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm just going for a walk. And I'm like, yeah, I'm taking showers here, man. Are you peeping in through the window or what? What is happening here? He's like, no, I'm just walking. Have a good day. And I'm just, I cannot believe this happened. I'm just like, what is this going on here? So days go by and this keeps happening. Eventually,
wait. So so you busted him and he's still peeping in your shower window?
Well, so first of all, I have not seen him actually peep in. He's just walking by, but he's walking by like 1 foot away from the house, and I see his head, But he has not peeped in through the window yet. This man is just lurking around. But so I put on full clothes. I go confront him and knock on door. Hello, neighbor. How are you doing? Okay, great. What is this thing about you walking past my window? And he's like, well, before this fence was put up, my property go to your house. And, I do my morning walk and I walk around the whole property line. And I go, well, this is not your property anymore. And if you want to see my pee-pee, you keep walking by the window.
Okay. All right. Well, I think, you know what? For the first time, I'm not sure I'm on Rad Rush's side. I think that both of them are 50% responsible for this very awkward interaction. But I think what we know is if you want to see Rad Rush's pee-pee, you know what? You got to build a fence.
Unconscious bias against the Rad Rush's pee-pee, to be honest with you.
So if you build a fence, they will come see your pee-pee?
Yes, I believe that was the saying.
That was the saying in the movie, yes.
Yeah, they eventually switched it to baseball, but before it was about pee-pees.
Field of pee-pees. Yeah. Okay, great.
Kevin Costner's like, I'm in
for this movie.
And they're like, well, crap, I already signed a contract. I guess I'll do the baseball
Can we
version.
change it from pee-pee to baseballs just because, I'm Kevin Costner. All right, there was a list that was put together of the things in life that we no longer have patience for. You know me, I love a list like this. What topped it? I'm going to tell you at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Travel is getting way more expensive, but Lauren saved $900 on her trip to Europe with Point Me. How? With Point Me, you get 6 to 12 times the value for your credit card reward points. Visit us online at point.me to learn how. Point Me. Better flights, fewer points.
Azure Standard presents David's Corner with founder and organic pioneer David Stelzer.
It is certainly true that gratitude is the key to abundance. The more grateful we are for the little things in our life, the small blessings, the more those blessings begin to grow into our life to make our lives full and rewarding. I am so grateful here at Azure for our wonderful customers and team that I am surrounded with every day. And I feel like every day we get more wonderful people involved in Azure. And I am so excited about that as we're moving forward. And I tell you, today, if you're thinking about the small blessings in your life and you can be grateful for those things, greater blessings will happen.
That was David's Corner, presented by David Stelzer, founder and CEO of Azure Standard, America's premier supplier of organic foods and over 12,000 healthful products. Join our community for free at azurestandard.com.
Hey y'all, it's Garth, the Big 615. You're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. That's the thing we call the Big 615.
Download the free TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. Or ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
99.9 KISW.
Oh, yeah. Hey, baby.
Shoot.
You like that, don't you?
You know I do, Gary.
Choo-choo.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you right now, this live local band, they know what's up.
I'm going to see y'all in the morning.
Oh, man.
Yeah. What's the name of this band again?
La Fonda.
La Fonda. Look at you.
Hey, Seattle.
Quite fond of
Russ is getting banged. You know, he's a stud about that.
Yeah, he is.
Mr. Unlimited.
Wow. Oh, Harry Turtle. Russell Wilson. Oh, my. Russell's getting banged.
Go home.
That's a nice way to finish off that, whatever that was.
Shout out to La Fonda.
Yeah, that's right. Loud and Local Band of the Week. Check them out, La Fonda. All the info on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Find out where they're playing, how to get their music.
In the bedroom.
Yeah, that's where you should play.
That should be on your Boom Boom mix, BJ.
You're right. I
like that song.
That is that's got a good vibe to it.
It does, actually.
I might have to take a break. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
Too soon? Sorry.
I don't know.
Not the day.
Oh, wow. Why? Listen, everybody gets to... Hey, do you know people on social media are... they're talking about the things that they no longer have any patience for. Yes, finally, the curmudgeons of the world have been spoken.
I feel like the older you get, there are many moments where I'm like with some of my buddies and there's like drama going on and whatever, like, music world or wrestling or whatever. And I look at one of my buddies and I'm like, dude, I'm just too old for this kind of drama. This is just like some high school petty BS.
Yeah, well, that's family drama's at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I am in the middle of some family drama, and it's so embarrassing to say at my age that I'm in the middle of family drama. But a relative and myself,
you are the family drama.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, but they say it takes two to tango. That was what I learned in therapy a long time ago. So I'm at least 50% responsible, whether I want to believe I am or not.
How's the tango routine going so far?
It's not a good dance, baby.
Not a good dance.
Yeah, we're not dancing with
chemistry.
No stars that we're dancing with. No, not at all. So people, like you said, Steve, they're like, I'm done. I have no care in the world to really be involved in this. No patience for family drama.
There have been times where I've it's not family, but like through friends or whatever, and they're like complaining. I'm like, this really doesn't concern me. I just don't care. And more often than not, they appreciate that. They're like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, you're probably right. Like, I probably shouldn't be sucking you into this. I'm like, it just doesn't matter to me. Unless like you're looking for like just someone to vent to, sure. But like, if you're trying to like tell me this long story about drama, I don't care enough to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a person you should be talking to. It's called a therapist. When you know, because like you said, why do you have to hear that, Steve? Why are you all of a sudden have to be dumped on like that? It's like it's different between sharing stuff, like I
think sometimes people just want to like know that someone else is like, yeah, F them.
Yeah, but that's just so not cool when it's like knee deep drama like that. Yeah, you're right. If it's just like, you know what, I have a hard time at work, my boss kind of effed me over on a raise or promotion, sure, I'll sit there and go, F yeah, your boss is a jerk. I can do that, but it's like...
Let's egg his house.
Let me tell you about my sister, and oh no, and then she did this, and now she's in this particular facility, and you're like, dude, I don't need to hear any of this. Thank you, I gotta go. Number 2 on the list is something that this show has been representing for many years on this very day, our old classic F It Friday. This is something people are done with. And, of course, the theme of F It Friday was the fact that you are overworked.
You work too much.
Yeah. Working outside of work hours, people are finally like, I am so done with this.
I find myself now with the kid. The kid definitely has given me a little bit more clarity of what's important in life in the sense of like, I'll sometimes like check my phone and I'll see like there's a notification about something about work and I'm like, that could wait till tomorrow. Like, I just don't have, this is not important. Like, it's like, this is something that, obviously, if it's important, I'm going to get to it immediately. But there are times when I was younger, I was just like, oh, I got to handle things as soon as they come in. Like, blah, 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 blah. And then you just kind of spend the entire day on a laptop or on your phone. And it's like, nowadays, I'm like, I kid wants to play. That's way more important than, some random, like, pointless thing.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we have learned as a society that you work outside of work hours or you're not a great employee.
And I say that, but I'm still working outside of work hours. I'm just not working as much outside of work hours.
Well, you know what, Steve? Let's hope that you can do that less.
Yeah.
Of course, I won't actually encourage it because that's less work I have to do the more you work. So, I mean, it's really a tough one for me to be behind.
The best thing is that for some reason, our work email app on my phone will never show notifications.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Like I have it set so that like how like it'll show like the numbers, like the red little numbers, like one like my personal email will show I've got 2 unread emails.
Yeah.
My work one never shows that I have an email until I open it and freshen it up, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, I've got like X amount of emails.
So that's so cool because I'm with you. You see that red number?
It forces you to go check it.
Oh man, and I hate that. It's like I can't. I wish I could just put the phone down and go. It's just a red number. I don't have to. But on the iPhone, that red number goes. You must take care of this.
It's funny because I'll see people post like their screenshots of like their phone and show how many unread things, and that just gives me so much like not anxiety, but I'm just like, how do you do that? And I'm the idiot that drives around with a check engine light on for like weeks on end, and I don't even care about that. But if there's a number 1 next to an email, I need to check it immediately.
Yeah, don't ever look at my phone.
Oh, you have a bunch of unread things?
Guess how many in my email?
On your emails?
Mm-hmm. This is my personal email, by the way.
I'm going to go with 500.
No.
Ooh. More?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
It's mostly spam stuff, or like when you sign up.
You don't have a junk mail filter? You mean you get that much? I hate to see your junk mail then. If
that's a personal thing that could get you in trouble with HR.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't see
some of them are welcome, but not all of them, because I get those coupons with like 40% off in like the craft store.
Oh, you sign up a lot. Yeah. Okay, see,
But then 90% of them I don't want, but I currently have almost 1,800.
1,800 unread emails.
Yep.
You have an 1,800 number in the red bubble?
Yeah, well, 1728.
Oh, my God, that's horrible.
Wait, then you also have on the other emails 1,300.
Yep.
Is that your work one?
Well, maybe she might have another.
Or it could be a different.
Yeah, it could be. I have multiple emails, so I'm not sure which is which.
I clean that stuff
start
out.
A new one so you can start fresh.
Yeah, I clean that stuff out, man. I can't take it.
I do
can't take seeing those bubbles.
I'll do it every quarter or so.
Oh, dude, man,
it's just like
wow, that's a lot. How about this one? I don't know this one. Maybe somebody else can speak to this because I don't cook. Vicky, you do. Joey Dees does. And that is, people are tired of the full-on memoir before every single online recipe.
I actually can relate now because I'm making my world famous vegan dishes.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You've entered the culinary world,
and it's not like spoiler alert. I'm just going online and finding things that I think will work, and I give it my best shot. And
you are?
And it becomes edible.
This is not from scratch in your own head,
right? So
I'm so disappointed.
I was doing one, and dude, I looked at my wife. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I went to get a recipe, and I'm like 4 paragraphs in, and I still haven't known what we're making yet. Like, it's like a full backstory. And she's like, oh, yeah, it's clear you don't cook. Yeah. Because that's just like that's been the thing. Like, people write like a blog entry and then give like about why they're making this dish.
It's like one time in Tuscany, I went to the fields and got this grape beverage. Shut up and read the recipe.
It's as cheesy as that.
Yes.
Wow, I can't even imagine why somebody thinks anybody cares.
And it's not even like a blurb. It's like pages. Yeah. Sometimes.
Why does somebody think anybody cares?
Well, somebody does because they're going to it. Maybe you know what I think it is that maybe they get monetized on time spent on that webpage.
Oh, there you go.
So even though I'm not reading it, it takes me a good 2-3 minutes to find the damn recipe because I'm scrolling and scrolling.
And then you scroll past it and you realize that you missed the whole entire ingredient list.
Right. And sometimes it's like, oh, it's a 20-minute dinner, but it takes you longer to read everything.
It takes me 30 minutes to read this freaking thing.
You know, if this is all for analytics, we are being so played. Because we're getting irritated by analytics. We're throwing stuff up there knowing that nobody cares for analytics. And is that making our life better? Well, according to this, no. People are losing their patience.
And it's not only in the recipe world. Whenever I'm trying to figure out how to create something, whether in the garage or craft or whatever, and I need to figure out a method, I'm like, okay, well, this person has like a step-by-step and pictures and everything. I go to their blog and they tell me their life story before they can even tell me how to do the damn thing.
This is why I'm going to say this, because I know this in my home as well, and I watch a lot of videos, and there are people who have better quality videos than I've seen. But when everybody thinks they can be a star, and that you'll see that happen. Yeah, look, if somebody has a successful YouTube channel on something, all of a sudden the copycats come out. Mm-hmm. And it's like, do you not see that you are far below the quality of the video that inspired you to do this? You are horrible at this.
Yeah, but if they get views, what do they care?
6 views. There's a person
That's
I know.
6 more than I got on it. No,
yeah, I mean, I look at it and I go, and they have probably been. There's one person they have been doing this for a year, Steve, and I've gone and checked. They don't have like double digits on most of right. I mean, double digits is like 10. They don't even have 10, and they're still doing it. And my brain goes, why don't you look in the mirror and realize this is not something anybody
Maybe they don't
wants.
care, though, about they're just doing it because they just want something to do.
Oh, except see, that to me, it clogs up. That's why
it clogs up your inner space.
It clogs up the notifications. Like you're saying, you scroll through your phone to get something. It's like, I really better unfollow you, but I really want to unfollow.
I'll see something on like a fitness video. It's like, okay, I want to figure out how to do a proper squat form. And then I look at the video, it's like 15 minutes long. I'm like, why is it taking this person 15? And then they have a whole backstory and they tell jokes. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, you just want to know how to.
But I love those. And you go to YouTube comments and somebody will break down whatever they did, like in like 3 lines. That's all you need to know. Or click just 9 minutes and 7 seconds.
Thank you.
Like, it's so funny that people are just fed up with it that they're like, don't bore us, get to the chorus. Here's where the chorus is.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm like, you're heroes don't always wear capes, right?
Yeah, those people are great people. So we're talking about this list of things that people no longer have patience for. And this one here is waiting on people who are constantly late to plans. Yeah, that's a good one. I
wouldn't know what that's like because I'm the person that's late to the plan. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I don't have to wait for anyone.
I have made adjustments in my life to be better. Literally just to go, you know what, I'm going to show up early and just sit in my car if I have to. I don't care. I just want to make sure I'm at the location.
I've actually put way more effort into like showing up on time or early because I was like, okay, there's really no reason. I'm just playing a game of like, I don't want to leave my house until I absolutely have to. And then I'm like, now I'm late. It's like, I'll just get there, either play on my phone in the venue or the establishment until everyone else shows up, or they're already there and I'm a good guy. I didn't show up late.
How about people who litter? You love those folks. Why are they still around? Who was doing that?
Well, if only there was like garbage pails and cans in the streets.
I mean,
which are everywhere.
Didn't everybody, at least in my generation, grow up and see that poor Native American dude crying anytime somebody littered? I mean, that should have done it, right? Shouldn't that have done it? And you're like, okay, I need to stop. Because it was like, you know what? It wasn't our country to begin with. We came over here and littered the joint up. And that poor dude goes, look, man, can you just stop it? How about you stop it? And the people are still doing this?
Oh, well, especially at like events, like sporting events. I'm always the person like in a movie theater too. I know a lot of people just leave their stuff. I just take it with me and throw it away.
Yeah.
Like I get like I might have dropped a couple pieces of popcorn, but like I like to make it as easy as possible for somebody.
See, I have to remember that because, you know, at the end of a game, people have the big rush to get out, and I forget that I have put stuff down underneath me. All right, I got to be better at that.
And I know like, you're not going to be perfect. You know, even like when I do like the Defy Wrestling shows at Washington Hall, which is this old building, I always make it a point when I'm hosting and ring announcing. I'm like, hey guys, like I know you had a blast, you're probably drunk, but like it's an old building. Let's show some respect and pick up after ourselves. And ever since I started saying that, like just giving somebody that reminder. And like the people who work at the venue always thank me because they're just like, it made a massive difference. I think some people just, it's absent-minded. Like, I know there's people that are douches that just throw things to be douches, but like some people just forget like, oh, yeah, I could pick up my little crumbled up hamburger wrapper and throw it away as opposed to leaving it for somebody else to do.
See, I think it's kind of a jerk move to leave stuff like at a venue or anything, but the one that gets me irrationally angry is when I see somebody throw something out of their car window while driving.
Obviously cigarettes, but other stuff too.
Yeah, even if it's a cigarette, it's just like, really? If you're smoking inside your car, you couldn't put it in a like plastic cup or something?
Well, it's the thing called an ashtray.
Exactly.
I feel like, unless they don't make those anymore.
What about like an apple? Like you throw it out because you hope that the animals
that to me.
But don't throw it in the road. Throw it out on the side where the grass is.
The apple's a tough one, Steve.
Yeah,
because it's biodegradable, and you're right. If you throw it into the woods, someone's going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm hoping like a little cougar is like, oh man,
I don't want cougars coming out. I was hoping maybe like a squirrel. You've got cougars coming out. Don't be throwing apples.
If you're in the middle lane, the chances of you throwing it out to get to the grassy area aren't great. So maybe
that's
wait.
Just rude because then now the poor cougar has to run in the middle of the freeway.
Yeah, I have thought about it. Yeah. But then again, if we're trying to thin out the cougar herd, maybe this, and maybe the litterer is doing a great job for
know how many cougars want to go after apple cores.
Well, have you seen the bars?
Love apple cores.
Yeah, some of these women will go after younger men. Why not after apple cores? All right. Well, so those are just some of the things that we are basically losing our patience for. So, hey, influencers on the list. I'm just going to put that out really quickly because, I'm done with the influencer thing.
I love influencers.
Yeah, you're an influencer.
Yeah.
You're done with yourself?
Don't call me that. Oh. Call me anything else besides an influencer, please.
BJ the influencer.
See, I have fun with the influencer ones because I look at it and I look at my wife. I'm like, can you believe that this person's making a living doing this? Yeah. And then we both get mad for a second and have a laugh about it because it's like, it's insane. Like you have 500,000 people that are on your page and you're getting all this free stuff because of that.
And I wonder exactly how many people you're influencing. I really do. I question whether or not you're doing
my
anything.
Wife loves a lot of like the fitness and food influencers and like and even kid like toy influencers because she'll be like, oh, I saw this on Instagram and she'll show it. I'm like, actually that is a pretty cool idea. Like if you find the right I hate saying the term influencers, but if you find the right social media pages where people influence you to do things, it's pretty good.
Okay, I guess I'm an influencer then.
Yeah. I don't know what you're influencing.
I'm influencing good vibes.
Negative thoughts too.
I was going to say anger.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, anger against influencers. That's what I'm influencing. Hey, what do you think was picked as the greatest song of all time? Yeah, I know. That's almost impossible. All right, I'll narrow it down for you. What do you think was picked as the greatest song of all time about weed? How about that? I'll tell you at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Travel is getting way more expensive, but Lauren saved $900 on her trip to Europe with Point Me. How? With Point Me, you get 6 to 12 times the value for your credit card reward points. Visit us online at point.me to learn how. Point Me. Better flights, fewer points.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit max.com.
Insight School of Washington is open to all Washington State residents grades K through 12. We have a personalized approach to education, whether it's college credits with dual enrollment, career readiness and certifications, credit recovery, or just the ease of flexibility, we will accommodate your family's needs. The 23-24 school year enrollment is open now. Go to k12.com/ISWA. That's k12.com/ISWA to find out more. Whatever support you and your student might need, our teachers are committed to helping your family succeed with flexible online learning. At Insight School of Washington, your child can learn in the ways that are right for them, at home, on the road, or wherever there's an internet connection. We've been around a long time, successfully schooling online for over 10 years. Tuition free. Enroll or get more information today at k12.com/ISWA. We'd love to welcome your family to the Insight School of Washington community.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. I guess unofficially you could call this Weed Week since, of course, 420 fell in the middle of it.
Yep, I'm sure people are still celebrating.
Oh, and the weekend, too. Weed Weekend coming up.
The people who celebrate 420 are celebrating it also on 419, 513.
Pretty much every day.
Yeah, 919.
11, 12. It doesn't really, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
It's every day's Weed Week for them.
It is funny to have a special day to celebrate what you do every day.
Yes.
Yeah. I felt like that was like the big thing in middle school. Like, yeah, happy 420, everyone. And it's like nowadays, it's like, yeah. Now that it's like legal in a lot of states, it's like, do we really need the day anymore?
Although I did appreciate, and I do get a kick out of it when people post on social media their alarm clock that says 420, and they're obviously on 420. I'm like, that's kind of it's been overdone, but I still find it clever.
Yeah,
because a stoner actually remembered to do something at a certain time.
Which is pretty amazing.
That's impressive.
So Billboard said, hey, you know what? In celebration of 420, let's put together a list of the best songs about weed. So this is what Billboard thinks are the best songs ever written about the marijuana.
The entire Paw Patrol soundtrack. Oh, you need to be on weed to enjoy it. That's the difference. I'm sorry. They should do They should do a list of songs you need to be stoned to appreciate.
Oh gosh, if you're a parent, it's pretty much every kid's song, right?
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah. So here's the number one song, which they believe the best song ever done about weed. Oh, Rick James.
Rick James, bitch.
Yeah.
I just think Dave Chappelle when I hear Rick James now. Like when I see him, I'm like, who's this guy trying to be Rick
Dave
James?
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle as Rick James.
Dude, Rick James, and Vicky's got this video up of the old, like, it looks like, is that from Soul Train?
I don't know. It's like the video for the song, but I think it is.
It is. I think it is the show Soul Train.
There was a Soul Train show. I don't know if that's what this is.
Yeah,
it's Soul Alive?
Oh, Soul Alive.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
And, I mean, back in the day, Rick James at that period, I think in the 70s, dude, I mean, I think you go, is there anybody cooler than Rick James? And here he is, and singing a song about pot, which I didn't know growing up that's what he was singing about. I thought it was a girl named Mary Jane.
Huh. Yeah, I remember when it finally dawned on me that Mary Jane was marijuana. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But, man, I don't really spend a lot of time listening to Rick James, but I might need to.
But how can we take a look at Stan Lee? Just for a second.
Because of Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mary Jane Watson. I mean, she was cool. She was wild. She was amazing. And so Peter Parker's girlfriend was pot. Can we just say I think that real, or maybe Stan Lee's other girlfriend was pot? But again, I have to believe it was a marijuana reference back then with all those folks at Marvel Comics. I just have to believe.
Apparently, in an interview in 2002, he's like, I swear, I've never smoked marijuana. When I named her Mary Jane, it took a while till someone's like, oh, that's,
He
swore. Stan Lee said no?
Maybe he heard it. And just liked the way that name sounded and didn't even think about the whole Mary Jane connection. I could see that being a thing.
Well,
maybe he even heard the song and was like, Mary Jane, that's a good name.
Oh,
it
man.
flows off the tongue.
I mean, it's a wild redhead in comparison to Gwen Stacy, who was Peter Parker's other love of his life. And, Mary Jane.
If she's wild, I mean, Mary Jane, I don't know. I would be like, it'd be more like Franny Fentanyl or something. I don't know.
Franny, you're right. That, by the way, was the one that Peter Parker doesn't talk about much.
Mary Meth? I don't know.
Mary Meth, everybody.
Or Beth Meth.
All right, Beth, I hear you calling.
I do love someone on YouTube said, as a kid, I thought the song was about a girl named Mary Jane. As an adult, this is some good ass.
Yeah, it is.
He was such a cool bassist, too.
Oh, dude, you gotta look at Rick James's video, dude. I mean, you don't get cooler than that. You just don't.
I love his, whatever the satin-looking jacket that he's wearing.
Yeah.
Nothing underneath it, of course. And it's got like lightning bolts, like H. Freely lightning bolts on it.
Dude, he's...
And wizard sleeves.
He's the man.
What the hell is he wearing?
That is a great
He's wearing
outfit.
sexiness. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I think I saw Macho Man Randy Savage wear this back in his wrestling days.
Yeah.
Like, that's an incredible jacket.
It really is, dude.
Where is that? That has to be in a museum.
I hope so. I mean, but then again... That's a guy that can rock that jacket. I put that jacket on.
And the matching pants,
the hell's
the
wrong?
shoes.
Look at that, man.
And he looks so baked in this video.
Well, Mary Jane, baby.
Yep.
As we've got Billboard's list of the top 5, they put out a bunch of songs, the best songs about weed. We have the top 5. Mary Jane, number 1 song about weed. Here's the number 2 song about weed.
I gotta stay.
Just 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah,
I sound like the record skipping.
I can't help but think that this is so ironic. I don't know when this interview with Michelle Obama happened on the Jimmy Fallon show, Tonight Show, but, her famous line is, when they go low, we go high. And so Jimmy asked her to talk about it, and all she kept saying is, look, all I know in my life is I got to stay high. I got to stay high. And so I think of this song going, boy, they could sample this and do a new version where Michelle Obama goes, stay high, stay high, stay high.
I'm kind of shocked that is as high as it is on the list.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Because a lot of people are texting wondering why isn't this number 1? It's apparently, I'm looking at the full list. It came in at number 25.
All right.
Wow.
That is low. You're right. I feel like that should be at least in the top
10.
Yeah. Yeah, but okay.
I'm surprised that Cottonmouth Kings wasn't number 1, 2, or 3. That band from way back when.
No, but they were a little bit of they were like kind of like you had to know them.
That's true. Yeah, they didn't have any like really hit songs.
Right. Like they were kind of like if you knew obviously like Cypress Hill I think cracked the top 10 but didn't make the top 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This song, number 3, I think you could argue should be number 1. But again, it's hard because Rick James, Mary Jane, obviously an iconic song. But this one was an anthem, and also this particular performer is definitely iconic for being a person that was all about, hey man, let's get pot in our lives.
Some call it marijuana.
The production's so great.
Yeah. It's so classic.
Who are these girls singing in the background? It was Peter Tosh, right?
Yeah, Peter Tosh, Legalize It. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah. Man. And
I was never a big Peter Tosh. I was never really. I tried to get into reggae in college because I think everyone tries to get into reggae in college. And by getting into reggae, you listen to a Bob Marley record and get stoned.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just not my speed, man.
Yeah, the Police kind of tried to cross the gap for me with reggae and ska, and so it made me at least like reggae. Like I was a little bit more into it because of the Police, but yeah, and it was tough for me.
Who were the girls singing in the background on that song? Do you think they were just like some ladies that were just hanging out with Peter Tosh?
Probably.
And he's just like, you girls want to be on my record? Just say ganja. It's so great.
Oh, so good. Number 4 from Missy Elliott. I don't know how popular the song is. I mean, I know Missy Elliott's a very popular performer, but I don't know because
that's not like even like if I had to name a couple of Missy Elliott songs, that wouldn't be one of them.
What about Pass the Dutchie?
Who's Pass the Dutchie?
Pass the Dutchie on the left, one side. I mean, I feel like who sang that?
No idea.
You don't know that song?
No.
Oh, pass the Dutchie on the left, one side.
Well, I mean, 6 million views on that song.
Oh, okay. I guess it does deserve to be up there. Oh, come on. I mean, it was maybe it was way before your time. Whoever sang Pass the Dutchie.
Musical Youth.
Yeah, Musical Youth.
Yeah, Steve.
Find that song.
Yeah, Danny, thanks for educating me.
You guys, I mean, it was a song about pot. And it was.
I don't know every song about pot.
You don't? Oh, no, I'm very disappointed in you. See, here, it must be my generation. That song was a big hit.
It came out in 1982.
Yeah, that wasn't. I wasn't really jamming out to like stoner songs as a toddler.
You know what? That is your parents did a really bad job.
They kind of failed me. I know.
That's 1982. I thought it was later than that.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah. So why isn't this up there?
You know what? I'm with you. I'd rather this than the Missy Elliott one.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, yeah. 1982? God, am I old.
They have children singing this song. What is going on?
I know. That's what was so...
They're children?
I thought I pulled the Kids Bop version up for a second.
And are they singing about weed?
Yeah, that is the sick and ridiculous part of this tune. With musical youth, they are all like, what are they, like preteen?
I figured they were adults and it was just like a clever name. Like, we're musical youth, even though we're in our 20s. These are children.
They're singing it. That's just the culture, bruh. Look, I will say this. There are
When did they start singing the song Snort the Cokie? Was that when they were in their teens?
The Cokie on the left. I'm going to say this, though. It is a cultural thing, just like some countries do not think about alcohol, especially like beer, the way we do. They don't, they introduce it to children. The parents usually do, and maybe it's the same way with the Rasta culture. That having a little Dutchie once in a while, they don't think is a bad thing. The way we do.
A kid, and it still became. It's. I mean, you might be right about a cultural thing, but it still became clearly a mainstream thing for you here in the States, where it was not. It was kind of frowned upon to have children smoke weed.
My generation would like to apologize for not realizing how inappropriate that song may have been.
And they're actually from England, and the group
was from England.
Yeah, they're British, a British Jamaican band, and two of the fathers started the band with their kids, so they're the ones that brought their kids in.
So it was just like a joke to let's have our kids sing a song about weed they won't even know.
Hello, it'll be a great idea.
Even though they were little kids, they were able to secure a lot of gigs in different pubs and stuff when they released a lot of their
fantastic.
And the term
songs.
Dutchie, I never knew it either. Is that like a joint? Like, what is a Dutchie?
I guess a Dutch is a joint. Pass that Dutch, right? It's got to be a joint.
But I've never used that term, and
I neither have.
Like, hey, Steve, Danny, pass me that Dutchie.
Oh, it's a cannabis blunt rolled inside a Dutch Master cigar.
Duh.
Oh, really?
According to a Wiccan
that sounds like a great.
Yeah, I'm not big on Dutch cigars.
Oh, I love cigars. So that's a great way. What a great delivery system.
Yeah, the Missy Elliott one I wouldn't have put even in the top 10.
All right, how about this one from a band that we all know?
Now we're cooking with butter. Weed butter.
Cooking with weed butter, yes.
Oh, yeah. And they just released a video for this song.
Oh, really?
I know this song's like super old. Yesterday on 420, they released a brand new music video for the song.
What?
On their social media
Is this
page.
the one I'm watching when the guy gets pantsed?
It's a hot girl singing the song. And it's obviously they don't have Brad singing. But it's just like this attractive chick smoking weed and skateboarding, and then
that is, she is the hottest woman in the world for a particular audience.
And then they're all hanging out in a party, like at an empty pool, skateboarding. It's a good video.
There is something to be said about that. We had an intern that was like into that culture.
Smoking weed?
America. You remember America?
Yeah, I think most of our interns probably smoked weed.
Well, America was she was very overt about the weed culture.
Yes.
And yet, she definitely, if you looked at her, when you first met her, you would never think that she was like into the weed culture because you always just have this stereotype. But and that's this girl in the video reminds me, oh, okay, there you go. You could be you'd be the model for the weed culture.
Somebody was wondering, where's Black Sabbath Sweet Leaf? And I agree. I think it came in at number 6.
Oh, all right. So just missed the top 5.
That is such a great song.
Yeah, I again at the time did not know that was about marijuana.
Sweet Leaf?
Back in the day.
Even though it starts with him coughing from smoking weed.
Dude, when you're a kid and you don't know the world, but you're right. I mean, later on, you're right. You're right. You go, of course this is about.
Incredible that Snoop Dogg was in top 5. He was in the next episode, the Dr. Dre song that features him in it. Was number 10, but it's kind of surprising that didn't make it either.
Yeah. That top 10 is tough.
Somebody said that the Pasta Dutchie song, the original is a song called Pasta Cutchie, or I don't think it's Coochie. That's a different
I have no idea.
And apparently that came in the top 10 because that was a song by the Mighty Diamonds, Pasta Coochie or Cutchie. I don't know.
Oh, wait, is that another word for marijuana? Cutchie?
So is Pasta Dutchie a takeoff on the Coochie?
So Musical Youth, that wasn't their original tune. They basically took somebody else's tune.
Or inspired by it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Do we have the Mighty Diamonds?
I'd like to hear Mighty Diamonds if we can find that. Past the Coochie.
Or Coochie?
Well,
Coochie's a whole different thing.
It surely is. Yeah. I feel like...
I think that was a True Live Crew song.
Yeah, maybe back in the day when the Mighty Diamonds did it, Coochie meant something different.
Past the Coochie.
Because, peach means something different now.
True.
Yeah, so... That was Doesn't sound like it.
I don't know what that is.
All right, well, thanks, Danny.
Well,
That sounded very low res, man.
It's lo-fi, baby.
Yeah.
Mighty Diamonds. They didn't have high production.
Let's try this one.
Okay. We still got Sublime playing.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Do you have another video going in the background?
Yeah, apparently that's
Like, Mighty Diamonds. They sound like they're clapping.
Oh, it's much slower.
This is the indica version. Coochie.
Oh, past the coochie.
Yeah, it's totally.
Oh, wow. So these kids
Dutch
just
is more
covered
sativa.
that. Yeah. Well, someone's got to tell us. Someone's going to test this. Coochie is way back. One with the Mighty Diamonds from the 60s, 50s. So it was Coochie back then, and now it's Dutchie?
I guess.
God, we have changed so many words to mean so many different things. We went from Coochie meaning one thing to meaning
Well,
something
maybe they're
else.
just trying to, because they're having kids sing it. So like, we can't have them sing Coochie. Oh, have them sing Dutchie.
So how cool is that, though, that Dutchie, then, I mean, Missy Elliott must have learned Dutch, like it evolved, and people adopted that as a slang. But they said Dutch masters, though. So how, I mean, okay.
So the actual coochie is a pot in which marijuana is kept.
Yeah.
Oh, and they just evolved it for Dutch masters.
Mhm.
Well, that was very convenient, Coochie to Dutchie. All right.
Yeah, so they're different.
Happy 420, everybody.
Right?
Yeah.
I clearly don't know much about weed culture, and I thought I did, because this is all news to me.
I know.
Not that I thought I knew a lot.
Nothing about weed culture.
Cypress Hill was number 6, Hits from the Bong, and then
right.
Black Sabbath was number 7 with Sweet Leaf.
Nice. Well, there you go.
You gotta have
Billboard's-
Cypress Hill.
Yeah, Billboard's top, and you can check it out if you go to a Google search, or maybe even Vicky will post it on on the BJ Migs page of all the top marijuana
It's
songs.
already up there.
Oh, look at Vicky, she's on that.
With
She's on
the
it.
videos to watch.
She is on it. That kid.
She's next level.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
What boy band had the 2000 album titled No Strings Attached?
NSYNC.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my wife. Big NSYNC fan.
Oh, that's why. I was going to say, did she have something to do with the band?
No, she once invited them to her birthday party.
How'd that go?
Nice. They didn't show up.
Damn it! I hate them.
I mean, it was just last year. I mean, she didn't do it when she was a kid.
I mean, I think you can get Joey Fatone on Cameo now for like $4.
Yeah, you really can. Steve, you were not a good husband because you could have got him for her birthday party.
I could still do it.
Yeah, you could.
Her birthday's next month.
Oh, nice.
Okay. How much is Joey charging? Can't be like more than $200, right?
She'll probably be like, thanks. I'm more of a Timberlake person, but thanks.
Little Justin, we can't get, okay? Justin still, he's got a career, okay? I mean, take what you get, kid, okay? Happy birthday. Leave me alone. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
T-Mobile's network can help keep you connected to all your favorite podcasts when you're out and about. Whether you're an early bird looking to dive into a daily news podcast or a night owl who wants to catch up on the latest reality TV drama, T-Mobile will keep you connected on their strong and reliable network. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. So if you need great coverage, especially when you're on the go, check out T-Mobile. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY.
Hey there, it's your friend Stormy Warren here, and I want to invite you to my new home, the Big 615, exclusively on TuneIn. So what is the Big 615? Well, simply put, it's the official home of country music broadcasting live from Nashville to the world. Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn. Get the latest on country music from your favorite artists to the hottest songs climbing up the charts. Oh, and it's commercial free. That means a whole lot more music and a whole lot more country. Hear it all on the Stormy Warren Show, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn. And I look forward to having you join me on the Big 615.
This is your country station.
The Big 615.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's your loud and local band of the week, La Fonda. Listening to the loud and local band of the week, La Fonda. You want to find out how to get their info?
I just put out a record this month. It's called We Are Infinite, so definitely check that out. If you want to see them live, May 5th. Mark that on your calendar. You can see them, I say brother, but also sisters, because there's a couple sisters in the band. They're at the Crocodile on May 5th.
Nice!
Sisters.
And if you want all that info, go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. And if you want more local music, check us out here Sunday nights on The Rock. We got a show. It's called Loud and Local. Starts at 8 o'clock. 2 hours of great Pacific Northwest music. Bands like La Fonda.
Let's play Beat Migs.
I will beat anyone that calls in to play the game. He's smarter than you. He'll make you look lame. 60 seconds on the clock. You're going down and I'm gonna rock. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
We made it. It's Friday.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Friday. Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
I'm just excited the weekend is here. Get to see some family.
A lot of sports this weekend.
Yes. What are you guys most excited for?
Kraken.
Okay.
Take it easy, buddy.
I love the Kraken, but I'm excited to see some family members.
He's got Tourette's in him over here. Hey, Polly, what do you want? Kraken.
I want the Kraken.
I like it.
Sorry, I'm really digging the voice.
Thank you.
Anybody else excited by anything else besides the Kraken?
No, I'm not excited.
Okay,
about
just making
anything.
sure.
I'm done. Patted.
The Kraken's the only thing that's happening this weekend. Is the only thing that matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just checking.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see the Mariners pick up a dub. That would be great.
That's great.
Let's get above 500. That'd be cool.
That would be nice.
Crossing fingers, but let's cross our fingers for the next game because Steve hasn't been doing so well.
No, I've been stinking.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice way to say it. We have Randy from Bremerton to take you on. Randy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. Steve, get out of here.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Randy has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you do only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Right. I'm ready.
Ann Ma Bullock is the real name of what What's Love Got to Do with It singer?
Tina Turner.
Yes. Valencia and Cara Cara are types of what fruit?
Oranges.
Yes. What is the only bird that can fly backwards?
Pass.
How many letters are in the word hippopotamus?
12.
Yes. Insect bodies have how many major divisions?
3.
Yes. Also the voice of Mufasa in Lion King, who narrated the 1995 film Judge Dredd?
Pass.
John Landis directed what 1980 music-filled movie?
Footloose?
No.
No. Dirty Dancing?
Nope.
Pass.
What Disney film features the song Give a Little Whistle?
Pass. I don't know it.
That is 4 correct.
All right, these are tough, man. They were very, very tough. Man, going back to 1980, man. You got to be an old person, man.
Oh, that is probably one of my top favorite movies of all time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is a movie I shared with my dad.
See, it's a problem. Because you do go old with some of the stuff you like, even though you really shouldn't be liking that stuff that old.
Gilf Hunter.
Yeah.
Hey.
I do love them gilfs.
Yeah, you are, but you are an old lady in a young person's body, so there is that.
Yeah, I mean, I like my Family Guy and I like some old movies. And
Yeah,
that
you do.
probably makes you feel very old for me to refer to it as an old movie. But anyway, Steve, you ready?
Ah, yes!
Ann Ma Bullock is the real singer of what What's Love Got to Do with It singer?
Tina Turner.
Yes. Valencia and Cara Cara are what types of fruit?
Carrots.
No.
Eggplants.
No.
Oranges.
Yes.
Okay, whatever.
What is the only bird that can fly backwards?
I'm going to go with pelican.
No.
Owl.
No.
Bats.
No.
No, sir.
How many letters are in the word hippopotamus?
How many letters?
Yeah.
11?
No.
12?
Yes.
Whatever.
Insect bodies have how many major divisions?
3.
Yes. Also the voice of Mufasa in Lion King, who narrated the 1995 film Judge Dredd?
Sylvester Stallone.
No.
Wesley Snipes.
No.
Okay.
Morgan Freeman.
No. John Landis directed what 1980 music-filled movie?
John Landis. Little Shop of Horrors.
No.
Hairspray.
No.
Debbie Does Dallas.
No.
That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4. That is a tie.
Oh, my
Ooh,
gosh.
kiss your sister.
Oh.
Nice game, Randy. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, no problem, guys. Thank you very much. Well, we tied this time. Last time you beat me by 1, so
See,
I feel
it's
a little
getting better.
better.
Next time you get the W, I predict this.
I don't like it.
Steve's not happy, man. He's having
I'm
a
just
tough.
sick of not winning.
But remember, when you were losing, the Kraken were winning. So I feel like
No, they lost yesterday.
I thought you lost. You won yesterday, didn't you?
Did I? No, I've been
Oh,
on.
you did?
I've been on. I don't think I've won since the Kraken have been in the playoffs.
I got nothing then.
Nope.
It's been a rough week.
Does anybody know the only bird that can fly backwards?
Is that the hummingbird?
Mm-hmm.
And I almost gave you a clue. I was going, and I go, I got to stop that.
And
he might get that as a clue.
You were doing this
And you
little
were doing
like
a
flappy
hummingbird.
thing, and I thought you were doing a hummingbird.
Yeah, you were definitely doing a hummingbird.
I
sort of-
definitely was. Yeah.
And then you
you
said
said
bat,
bat.
which
I
is a
couldn't
mammal.
think of what I was doing.
That's fair.
I knew that
If
was
a
the
bat
bird.
flies the way you were flying, that bat's got issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the bats are mammals.
That's great.
Anyways.
And it has to be corrected.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
you know,
too bad.
you-
You're getting corrected. You're getting taught.
You were just Vicky-splained.
Yes, you are.
Oh.
Also the voice of Mufasa in Lion King, who narrated the 1995 film Judge Dredd.
Danny knows this.
Dolph Lundgren?
Nope.
No, I don't know.
Is it James Earl Jones?
James Earl Jones.
Why did I just guess him?
That's a very good question. Why didn't you?
That just seems like they just say someone who has really good pipes.
Yeah. Go with Morgan Freeman, James Earl Jones. I mean, guys that you know have a great voice.
I'm just picturing Sylvester Stallone doing Mufasa's voice. Hey, yo, Simba.
Hey, Simba, you're going to be the king.
You get knocked down, you get back up.
Hey, Mickey, he's going to be the king.
Yeah, remember who you are. I can't
The
do
Lion King dies, he dies.
If he dies, the Lion King dies.
it. John Landis directed what 1980 music-filled movie? It's not a musical, but it has a lot of music in it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Because I was trying not to give you guys, make you go down the musical route.
I'm so pissed at you for this is a bad question then. Because I was thinking it was a musical.
Well, what's the answer then?
Blues Brothers.
Oh my! No, you know what?
That's a good.
Is that a
no?
musical?
It's not a good. No, it's not a good clue.
Why?
I was thinking a musical.
Clue. That's your fault.
No, I didn't say musical.
I know you
That's
didn't.
why I said music failed to try to help your brain, but your brain was not tracking my brain. That's your fault, not mine.
I will argue this to my death.
Well, that might be soon if you keep arguing.
Because I was thinking of all these movies, but I mean, there's a lot of music in Blues Brothers, but that is no one has ever described that movie like that ever in the history of my ever.
But it's a good hint in a sense that like blues is a style of music. Like there's some good.
And if you know John Landis's movies.
Yeah, clearly I don't.
Yeah. I love the Blues Brothers.
I forgot. I mean, I would never have guessed Blues Brothers. But you're right. There's definitely music in the movie. I mean, there is. So it's not wrong, the clue. That's for sure.
You just don't like it.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you don't like, and I don't care. There was one that you did not get to, was what Disney film features the song Give a Little Whistle?
Give a little whistle.
Anybody?
I don't know. Is it Blues Brothers?
No White?
Close. No. It is an older movie.
Sound of Music?
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I hate that, too.
Why?
I hate everything today. You know what? This was a good Friday until
would you
your
like a cookie?
Stupid question. I would like a cookie, yes.
Okay.
What kind of cookies are we working with?
Actually, I lied. I have a muffin.
Okay, you see? You're even lying about that. Your clues and your food, everything.
I was just trying to distract you, so shut up.
Yeah, well, it didn't work.
Yeah,
now I'm more pissed. Okay, but you know what? Tell you what.
What are you going to tell us?
I can tell you what. Well, I was trying. You know, I will do this. What the hey? Because this is maybe this is what's really bothering me.
What happened?
I lost my blue check.
Oh, gosh. This has been the funniest thing ever.
I'm not verified anymore, man.
Everybody that had a check mark lose their mind on social media. I've been having a field day with it. I'm having a blast with this.
Because I did see what you did. You put a video out of a wrestling match with you and Elon Musk or something.
Well, because I brag about I've used the Twitter check mark as part of my persona in the ring of being like this delusional douchebag radio celebrity guy that thinks he's a big deal, and part of what I brag about is being verified on Twitter to the point where I have a verified belt with the check mark. So I had a match where this guy Adam Brooks, he hit me in the head with the belt, so I just took Elon Musk's face and superimposed it on his head in a really poor attempt.
I really thought that was Elon.
So Elon hit me, and then this morning I cut a promo where I was like, being accosted by TMZ. The TMZ guy sounded a lot like Danny.
Oh, really?
Explaining why the check mark doesn't make Steve Migs. Steve Migs makes the check mark.
Oh.
So someone was very excited to see that I'd made it, and it was on TMZ. Like someone legitimately thought it was a TMZ video.
Well, you know what? I'm a
TMZ
graphic. Dude, I'm so gullible. I would have thought that was real.
Yeah, I've had a few. Dude, you were on TMZ? That's crazy.
Look at you with the verified belt. That's a sweet looking belt, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need no check mark. I've got a belt full of crystals.
You've got like a diamond encrusted bedazzled check mark.
Because all the people, which is kind of cool that like people are in on the story of what I do, that are like, what are you going to do now that your check mark was taken away? And I'm sure I'm not paying $11 or whatever it is a month to have a check mark. That's just silly. I get why some people do it, because apparently you can get longer videos that you can post on social media. There's like some benefits to it. And I know some people are like, I want Twitter Blue for the video length, but I don't want the check mark because I don't want anyone to think I paid for a check mark.
I will say this. From a customer service standpoint, I think Elon Musk is the biggest douche in the world. But then again, you either care or don't care. And the bottom line is, though, is that you provided a service and took something away that it was part of your service. And I just don't think you get to do that if you're a good business. You can, maybe, find another way to, get us to give you money. But to say you've been using this, which, by the way, you've been getting my data. So it's not like I haven't been paying for this. I have been, Elon Musk. You've been getting my data and whatever algorithms that any free service that I participate in online does. So that I'm only pissed about it because I'm a customer service guy. I think it's a douche move.
Well, I think he realized when he bought it, and a lot of people were like, he didn't realize, he needs to make money from this thing, because I don't think he spent a lot of money on it. So he's like, well, how do I nickel and dime people? And one of them being this. Look, if you want to do that, I don't care. Go ahead, take away the check mark, and if it gets worse and worse, I'll just stop using Twitter.
Here's the problem.
I don't. It doesn't bother me, but I do think other social media pages. I think Instagram's now doing a thing where you can pay for a check mark. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they pull the same move.
Yeah.
The problem is those celebrities that actually are celebrities that needed the check mark, so that way their fans don't get duped by fake ones.
Exactly.
That to me is an actual legitimate concern, because if I'm a celebrity, I'd be like, that sucks, because we're seeing it with our fans are getting duped by a stupid Facebook page or multiple Facebook pages that are asking for their information, and then people are giving it to them. And I feel terrible, but it's not our fault. We've tried to shut it down.
That does suck. So then, here's why I think Elon Musk is a douche for a different reason, because you're right. All the celebrities are losing that blue check mark, basically being coerced into, like you said, to try to keep their fans and everybody safe, if you will, and not be duped. But here's the thing. He actually is paying for some celebrities' check marks. He picked 3 of the most random people. William Shatner, LeBron James, and Stephen King. He basically said, I'll pay for your check mark. And so he's giving them Twitter Blue for free.
Well, and William Shatner went up in his rocket, remember?
That's a good point. So he gave him money.
Oh, that makes sense.
And LeBron James said he would not pay for a blue check mark on social media.
So he basically said, F that and you pay for that guy, as opposed to people who probably haven't said bad things about you but still need the check mark.
Who knows? Yeah.
And then Stephen King, of all people, because I think Stephen has been pretty vocal about how he hates this whole thing.
Oh, he is, yeah. And maybe I bet he's doing that to troll him.
That
sounds like an Elon Musk move. Like, I'm going to troll Stephen King, who's been bitching about this checkmark stuff, by giving him one, even though he doesn't want it.
And side note, William Shatner did not pay to go on that rocket ship. He got the freebie there, too.
I can't believe I have a check mark.
So Elon probably has a massive stiffy for William Shatner.
I guess if he is.
Which I think you could relate.
Yeah, I surely can. I mean, sure. I won't blame him for that. But here's the thing. Stephen King, I love his reply. He's like, my Twitter account says I've subscribed to Twitter Blue. I haven't. My Twitter account says I've given a phone number. I haven't.
Yeah, it says now you're subscribed to Twitter Blue and your phone number's been verified. That's what it says when you click on a check mark now.
So here's Elon replies, you're welcome. Namaste.
Yeah, he's just trolling.
Unbelievable. I know. I have
He's a man with a lot of money and likes to troll people.
Yeah, and he looks like a douche. And more, I mean, there were people that says he's a genius, and he probably still is a genius. I just feel like you're going down the road of narcissistic behavior, which, I mean, look, a lot of people that do what he does and have created great things in life, maybe they were narcissists. But it's just, this is so not a good look. I mean, you're such a douche. If you bought something...
Like, he cares. His money doesn't care if he's a douche or not.
And that's what really irritates me, is because it still's got people in a bad mood. Like, this whole activity... You wish people could get over things, Steve, but like you said, there are people like us who are really bothered by these fake accounts doing what they're doing, and the blue check mark was a way to show that, okay, now my check mark is gone. Any moron can go, hey, now I'm BJ Shea on Twitter, and we could be in the same boat we're in right now. At least the blue check mark was a way to show, okay, I'm not going to fall for this. This is a stupid page. So that sucks. That really does suck.
If you're Wild Wings lost their check mark. I was very The Rock, he doesn't have a check mark anymore. The Pope.
Yeah, I mean, and as much as I hate The Rock, I think The Rock...
As much as I hate the Pope.
Yeah. Well, I will suspend it. I don't hate the Pope, but you know what? The people that work for him sometimes, not a big fan of.
Yeah, but he doesn't enjoy Terramana, so you're cool with him.
Oh, all right, I'm back on the Pope bandwagon. I'm back on the Pope mobile. Yeah, so it's the idea that you spread this discontent and upset in the world with a stupid thing like this because you went and did something dumb with your money when you have all that money. I don't know. He's not my favorite guy right now.
He's giving me content for my Twitter page, so I'm having fun with it.
Well, good for you.
I appreciate it.
At least you get something.
Yeah, I'm getting something out of it.
It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is your time. Your time to pick the topic. Your time to guide the show. You can call us. You can text us. 206-803-ROCK. It's the number to call. It's the number to text. Listeners on the Loose, we got your calls. We got your texts. We'll take those at 9:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Kia of Puyallup. 206-803-ROCK. That's the only number you're going to need, because that's the number to call. That's the number to text, 206-803-ROCK. Do remember, if you get through, Steve's got a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. Show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we will have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. Let's go to Jerry Trash. Hey, he's back. Perfect for Weed Week.
I said a day late.
Yeah.
Hello there, BJ.
Hey, Jerry. What's up, buddy? Happy 420. A little day late to you.
Yep. A few minutes ago.
Oh, Jerry, your phone is horrible, dude. Is there anything you can do to fix that? Okay, you could hang
How's
up.
it sound now?
There we go, a little better.
Okay, so a few minutes ago, you were talking about hot songs.
Yes. I think somebody's high right now. Really.
Hot poetry is
Hot
what
poetry.
I want to talk about. There are two poems that stand tall in my mind.
All right, Jerry, you want to share with us some pot poetry?
Yeah, one is by Shel Silverstein, The Great Smoke-Off.
Okay.
Second is
I don't know if we're going to get to a second.
Stafford, called Wildwood Weed.
Wait, are you?
Let's start with one poem.
Are you giving us the top 5 pot poems, or are you wanting to read us a pot poem?
Well, my personal top 2 pot poems.
Oh, wow. I mean, I can't challenge you on these because I don't really know anything about pot poetry.
Any Dr. Seuss one would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shel Silverstein did a lot of Dr. Seuss style.
All right. Well, I suppose if you are into poetry and you're into pot and you don't know about this mashup of the two worlds, why not check out? So, Shel Silverstein, and who's the other poet that you say is good when it comes to pot?
Jim Stafford. His poem, Wildwood Weed, is a parody of the song Wildwood Flower.
Ah. Was he a singer, Jim Stafford? Or
Mr. Stafford's intro is, tells it well. Wildwood Flower is an old country classic. Gained a whole new popularity. Song ain't too popular, but the flower's doing real good.
Ah. All right. There you go. That's
Darren, I'm one of my favorite of your calls, I'll be honest with you. I usually look forward to your calls. I'm not really feeling this one.
He has not been gonged.
No. Well, I love Jerry.
Oh, that's very nice. Well, Jerry, thank you. Have a good 420.
I felt like I needed to be honest with him. Not my favorite of his calls.
No, I think he was a little baked.
I think he's always baked when he calls us.
Yeah, but he was but
I was expecting him to give us the poem.
I think on Weed Week maybe Jerry should realize he's probably partaking a little more than usual.
Okay, so I know it's a day late, but happy 420. What would you say is the ultimate stoner meal and the ultimate stoner activity?
Boy, oh boy.
Listen to Jerry Trash calling to BJ and Migs, my favorite.
Is anybody on this show? I mean, we always have to be careful because it is still a federal crime still.
Right, the FBI are big fans of BJ and Migs.
Yeah, so, but I mean, I'm not in the weed life. You know what I mean? I can't tell you the last time I've had.
Mine's all based on like 30s or 20s, but my favorite stoner meal was probably a Big Mac when I was smoking, or chicken wings.
Well, that completely was different, but yes, I like either.
Well, yeah, those are just my favorite things. Those are my go-tos. Like if I was really baked, I'd just give me a bunch of chicken wings. I'd order it from Pizza Hut.
For me, it was
or Domino's. Domino's had good chicken wings.
I'm in the same boat as you because, mine is all based off when I was younger. But the easiest thing to do and make, it's like everything but the kitchen sink baked potato. So I would just put a potato in the microwave because, of course, I'm not using the oven.
Right.
And then whatever I have in the fridge. So, if I have, ham or turkey and, pepperoni, anything is going into this baked potato. And it is phenomenal.
And that is when you are baked, you want a baked potato.
Yes. Or just, a Friday.
Okay. So you don't even have to be baked.
I don't have to, but I remember
that's the thing.
Easy.
Anything is a stoner meal when you're stoned.
Yeah.
Because everything's delicious.
There's a philosophy right there. Everything.
I never had a go-to. I absolutely have to have this.
Yeah. That's why it's an interesting question. Obviously, snacks.
Yep.
Chips.
Doritos.
I like the Tims. Anything Tim's Cascade, when I feel like, as I always was drawn to, just love them.
What about Joe? Joe was a stoner at one point, right?
Back in my 20s.
Yeah.
You guys are amateurs, man. What you had to do is, back when I used to live in right by the Northgate Mall, we'd, toke up a little bit, and then we'd go to the mall and have my ultimate stoner meal, and it would start off in the food court. 2 tacos from Taco Bell, followed by a slice of cheese pizzas from Sbarro.
Now you're cooking.
All washed down with a peanut butter chocolate shake from Baskin-Robbins.
That's why Northgate Mall, RIP. You are going to be something cool when you finally get done because obviously the rink is up there and all that, and the 32.
Yep.
Boy, that was back in the day, Joe.
And that's when I gained 50 pounds.
Woo! Congratulations.
And then stoner activity. I was mostly just video games, obviously. I loved watching bull riding when I was stoned. Just because it was mind-blowing. It was just I can't believe these people are doing this.
Yeah.
So whenever ESPN would have the PBR or whatever it was called, and I know no idea what they're talking about, and I don't understand any of it other than they're trying to sit on a horse for a long period of time, and it never ends up that way. But it was always just like, what in the hell are you doing to yourself kind of a thing.
Yeah. I actually just had this memory today. The last time I ever had an edible, it's the take a bite. I don't feel anything. Let me take another couple bites.
Then bam.
Yep. I watched Sweeney Todd. Yeah. I don't remember it. I just remember just
Todd. Is that the scissor movie?
That is Johnny Depp, where he's a barber and he's killing people.
Yeah.
And I think they're putting him in the pies. I don't remember.
The Scissorhead one is Edward Scissorhands.
Yes.
I think
it's the same guys though.
Yes.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, yeah. Fun fact: they're actually bringing Sweeney Todd here. It's funny you mentioned that to the theater down the road. Fifth Avenue Theater. Yeah,
they're going to do Sweeney Todd as a live play.
I'm going to it. I'm actually really excited.
Wow,
really?
I love musicals first off, but then also just like any kind of like demonic like type of stuff like that. It's so much fun.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh wow, the Demon Barber. There you go.
But that's funny that you watched that high. I can't even imagine that movie high.
I was never like a fan of watching other than like Half Baked, or like Super Troopers. I didn't really want to watch many movies stoned because my attention span wouldn't really last very long. I love watching music videos. Like just put on like whatever, and just like because we used to get like this like sampler that would get sent to me when I worked at the end, especially, and we would all get together when it would show up because it would always have like the most random music videos on it. It was like a DVD, and we would just get really baked and watch it because there were always like these trippy music videos.
That just reminded me, Beavis and Butthead started a new season on Paramount Plus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I mean, a lot of folks don't have Paramount Plus, but there is a new season.
Speaking of things coming to town, I didn't know this, but did you know that Stranger Things is coming to town?
Yes!
For what? What do you mean?
Somebody said it's called Get Transported to the Upside Down at Stranger Things, The Experience.
Ever since, see, a lot of
like
TV shows.
Experience.
Yeah. I mean,
it looks so much cooler. And I asked, the guys if they wanted to come with me, but nobody wanted to go.
Yeah. We all shut her down.
Really?
I've never seen Stranger Things.
I watched one season. I'm not a fan.
The money would be wasted on me at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'd go with you, Vicky. We'd have to see when.
Unlock your power.
I've watched the show a lot, so that would be interesting. Because let's be honest. I mean, you see the success of the experiences that are built in Disney World, Disneyland, Universal Studios. So to be able to create that, but bring it to your city on some level, there's probably good money in that.
It says it's your turn to be the main character, be the hero of your own Stranger Things story. I guess it's an immersive experience. You start in Hawkins' lab.
Oh, I bet it's like an exit roomy kind of a thing. I don't know about
it's a
that.
story-driven, interactive adventure, and you have to use your powers to save the day alongside all the characters.
That's a lot of stuff. That might be a lot for this.
They got the sets. It's like Scoops Ahoy. Surfer Boy Pizza. And
plus, if you get to go in the Upside Down.
I guess.
If they make you feel like you're actually in the Upside Down. Hey, look how we felt when we won the Harry Potter land, Steve. That was pretty awesome.
Christy said she had an amazing time, and the actors in the mall are so much fun. They stay in character. I felt like I was in high school again.
Oh, see, this...
Oh, yeah, there's the Upside Down.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of the Star Trek experience way back in Las Vegas, and that was pretty cool.
I wonder how much are they charging? Because it's basically a chance for you to go somewhere where you can take a bunch of pictures for your social media pages.
At least probably $40.
Yeah, it's got to be right in the sweet spot for the average person who will be like, okay, I'll pay.
VIP is I don't know the price on here.
Oh well, that was very important.
Oh, there we go. Standard group bundle, $61 a person.
Oh wow!
For a youth, it's $54.
Oh, hey, that's a lot of dough.
For an adult, just per person, it's $72, and it's sold out a bunch of days already.
Boy, that's a ticket. I know that
VIP for $117.
What does that mean? Does that mean you get scared by yourself? I don't know.
Priority access, admissions to the Hawkins Lab immersive experience, the free roam mixtape medley of locations, and exclusive VIP collectible and tote bag.
Are you paying for the VIP, Vicky? You gonna do it?
If there's no other option.
Honestly, I'm looking at this. All you have for options are the VIPs. It looks like all the other dates are.
Wow.
Okay, no, there's some like because they do multiple times throughout the night. So yeah you can make it happen.
That's a lot of money.
$70 so just for a ticket.
Yeah, I don't know if I really want to be immersed.
And it's selling out, price. So clearly they're doing just fine.
They got Surfer Boy Pizza there that you can get for food, and they have drinks and stuff, and arcade. Okay,
you have to be a massive fan.
See,
I think I'm past that part of my life that I want, because look, I get it. I was so excited to go to the Star Trek experience in Vegas, so I get it, and I get that people love Stranger Things. And I watched the show. I've watched every season, but I get people are on the level of that show like I am with Star Trek. But even now, I'm like, I don't know if you'd get money out of me, Star Trek, if you had that, in fact, came to town.
But I look also like with WrestleMania weekends, they do like the fan access. And for me, I know a lot of people love going for the autographs. I like going because they have all the old sets and props from different like eras of wrestling, like Piper's Pit or The Undertaker's coffin. Like, to me, that's the fun part of it all, and it's worth every penny for that reason.
Yeah. So you're still at that point of your life where you're like, okay, I'm willing to go drop the dime on that.
Well, in all fairness, I was always covering it for work, so I got in for free. But if I...
Okay.
So
yes, I will go to Stranger Things for free and be a VIP. I will make that commitment.
But I stuck around to do it.
Yes, if you pay for me, I will stick around and do it. You know what? I will make that commitment. Yeah. You, sir, you know what? I keep forgetting how much you give up the body.
I do, man.
And really get it done.
Stay around. My time is money, man.
Wait, here's the deal. I will do this. Okay, fine. You're paying. Fine.
Well, I got the event for you, though. We can wait till June 21st, and we can go to the Star Wars burlesque parody show.
Huh?
It's The Empire Strips Back.
What?
Okay, that is a great name.
Yeah, like awesome.
That is a
look at that girl with the lightsaber.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, the stormtroopers are pretty amazing.
Wow.
So this is happening here in Seattle?
Yes.
How much are they charging for that? And
$69.
If they don't, I'll be mad.
Is it an immersive experience?
Do you want it to be immersive with that lady with that lightsaber?
Listen, all I know is that, you know what? I'm a true fan.
Oh, they got a Wookiee, and it's just a woman who didn't groom herself.
Yes,
okay.
of course.
I'm kidding.
Hey, look, everybody's got their thing.
Yeah, you're into that.
Yeah, listen, I don't know if I'm into the Wookiee level, Steve. I mean, you know what? I mean, I like a little old school.
Has boobies.
Yeah, I like a little old school the way the grooming is done. But I don't think I was with any woman that was a Wookiee.
It's more like C. Cupsio.
Yeah,
and there's they got pyro too. Oh, that's awesome.
Where is this happening?
I'll let you know. It's
okay. We'll have to get more info.
Is R2C nude there? That's what I wanted to see. There you go. All right, so Empire Strips Back. That I think I would be more apt to spend my money, for the VIP experience of that particular experience.
Yeah, you could be Han Solo.
Oh, hand solo.
That's what happens when you leave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's at the Cornish Playhouse.
Can I be Luke Sky rhymes with Walker?
No.
And it's about $62 a person for
it should be $69 per person.
With tax, it probably is $69.
All right.
Where's this Cornish game hen place? What?
I'm guessing it has to do with the Cornish college.
Oh, the Cornish. Yeah, the Cornish game. Cornish. You know we have the Cornish place over there, don't you?
Yeah.
I thought you were an artist. I mean, I thought you were a performer of the arts.
I am.
All right. It is Listeners on the Loose, and you pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. More of your calls and texts at 9:35 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit max.com.
Insight School of Washington is open to all Washington State residents grades K through 12. We have a personalized approach to education, whether it's college credits with dual enrollment, career readiness and certifications, credit recovery, or just the ease of flexibility. We will accommodate your family's needs. The 23-24 school year enrollment is open now. Go to k12.com/ISWA. That's k12.com/ISWA to find out more. Whatever support you and your student might need, our teachers are committed to helping your family succeed with flexible online learning. At Insight School of Washington, your child can learn in the ways that are right for them, at home, on the road, or wherever there's an internet connection. We've been around a long time, successfully schooling online for over 10 years. Tuition free. Enroll or get more information today at k12.com/ISWA. We'd love to welcome your family to the Insight School of Washington community.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. 206-803-ROCK. Alan in Renton, you are on the Rock.
Yeah, I wanted to find out what you saw in the last episode of Picard.
Well, I will say this. I'm spoiler alert, even though I'm not going to spoil a lot because I know folks have not seen the series finale and pretty much the finale of the entire crew of Star Trek The Next Generation, which was pretty much wrapped up in yesterday's episode of Star Trek Picard. I loved it. Alan, how about you? Did you, I had the tissues out because I was crying at different parts. There was one particular thing that I thought was really, really cool that I don't know if everybody noticed. It took me until today to realize it myself. What did you think of it?
I thought the Borg were supposed to be in the episodes that Picard got friendly with the girl that got
all right, so Alan, I was just asking how you felt about it. We can't get all geeky about it because only you and I really know the details of the show.
Picard bang a chick on the last episode?
No, he didn't bang it. Well, because he banged a chick, it did lead us to all the trouble of the whole season. Let's just say we were in trouble the whole season because Picard decided to bang Wesley Crusher's mom. And that's all so he was telling Wesley to shut up all those years because I want to bang your mother, Wesley. Oh. Alan, did you like it? Did you feel like they did a great job basically wrapping up the series and perhaps wrapping up the entire Star Trek The Next Generation situation?
Yeah, I think they did. I think that they're going to have the new crew. I think that's going to be 7 of 9. It's going to be...
Yeah, that's what I loved. I did love that, and I got to go, Alan, because I don't think I don't want to be super geeky because a lot of people have no clue what we're talking about.
We are getting some texts. People are excited about Picard. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I've gotten some texts.
I will say this. Now, Steve, you know this, and a lot of folks know this. In the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, an actor by the name of Anton Yelchin played Chekhov.
Okay.
And unfortunately, he tragically died at a very, very young age.
Yes.
So what they did, spoiler alert, by the way, if you have not seen Star Trek Picard, tune out now, please. Fine. I'm giving you a spoiler alert. But the nice thing that they did...
I can still hear you.
Oh, yeah, you have to get back. But the nice thing that they did was they had Walter Koenig, who we've had as a guest on our show. He played the original Chekhov back in the old Shatner days. They had him voice a character by the name of Anton Chekhov, which was that Chekhov's son. But they gave him the name Anton as the son of the original Mr. Chekhov. Mm-hmm. And definitely a nod to Anton Yelchin, who played Chekhov in the movies.
That's badass.
That was a really nice thing. And right off the bat, I'm like, oh, my God.
I love when people do that.
Yeah.
Actually, that hit my nerdy thing. Obviously, is wrestling, and there's a tag team that's one of my favorites. Dax Harwood's one of my favorite wrestlers. He's in part of FTR. They won the tag team championship at AEW. But recently, remember we talked about Jay Briscoe, who was a part of Ring of Honor. He passed away in an awful car wreck, and thankfully his daughters are doing better. But he was a good man, and a lot of people loved him. So when you win a championship, you get your name put on the nameplate on your titles. They both put on their nameplates Jay Briscoe in honor of him, and I thought that was
that's really cool.
I thought that was a really cool nod. It's kind of like what you're talking about, where it's like, look, this person's no longer with us. We want them to still live on in our universe.
The one thing that I love about these streaming services, and I'm willing to pay.
How much they pay? How much you have to pay for them? Right?
Yeah, I mean, look, take my money. But the shows that I love that never had a great budget. They did the best they could, but you see some the big budget productions for any of your science fiction or fantasy stuff like Lord of the Rings style. I love that Star Trek finally got that in a TV series because, man, this season was filled. They literally, for the first 2 episodes and the last 2 episodes they presented in movie theaters, that quality. I mean, that kind of quality where I'm like, boy, I wish I saw this on the big screen. That's how good the effects were. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with how Star Trek Picard turned out, and definitely had some tears in my eyes. Nostalgia time, no doubt about it. Let's go to Hunter and Raymond. Hunter, you are on the rock.
Hey, morning, guys. How's it going?
Not too bad, Hunter. What you got for us, buddy?
I want to know what you guys' favorite cassette album is.
Favorite cassette album?
Damn.
That is so wild.
I'm thinking about during that era of my life where I was listening to cassettes. We mentioned The Police, and I love Synchronicity. When I think of cassettes, that's one of the first ones. That and Primus' Sailing the Seas of Cheese, because those are 2 records that I listened to nonstop going to and from school.
It is so hard for my brain to remember because I had, my life was 45s,
yep.
Then 8 tracks, obviously the albums themselves, and then cassettes. So the first thing I was exposed to was a 45. Do you, Hunter, what was your favorite cassette album of all time?
Man, I don't even know. I find myself playing Journey's Greatest Hits all the time.
Journey's Greatest Hits. I do respect that you called in with a question for us and you didn't even have an answer for yourself.
Dude, you know
You're
what?
very selfless.
I think that, that is the AMA culture, and I have to learn that, the Ask Me Anything, is that I was trained as a human being that when people ask you a question, they really also would like to tell you. It was their way of going, I want to tell you something, but they're being friendly and go, hey, what would you, so I'm like, I always turn it back on them to be friendly.
Oh, see, I make it a point not to ask them because I could see that they're just waiting for that opportunity and you never give it to them.
Yeah, well, that's, you've been working on a lack of empathy, which I think is really a good skill.
My daughter taught it to me for the first 2 years.
Wow.
What?
You know what?
Daddy, no.
Yeah, I mean, kids, man, when it talks, you want to talk about narcissism at its best, every child is like that. And then you have to break them out of that narcissistic shell as they get older.
I was like, every day when I get home, your child does not know what empathy means. Remember that. And I walk in, I'd be like, hey, Tatum, Daddy, no. Oh,
think about this, though. Do you remember?
Breaking my heart.
Every one of us have had to go through this. We were born into a world where everything was about us. Everybody loved us. Everybody served us. We didn't have to do a damn thing. And all life has been is basically said, we're going to take away all of that. And it's like, well, life is really downhill from then. I didn't have to do anything, didn't have to support myself. Everybody loved me just for basically, even when I took a dump, everybody loved me. You know what I mean? Because when you're a little kid,
you fired up when she's going to go poop. I'm like, let's go.
You throw up on people and they go, she's so, but.
See, your best years are the years you don't remember.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I'm with you. So
I remember my first cassette album.
Yeah, I was going to say,
not first, but favorite.
I thought you said, I remember when I first threw up.
Yeah,
I remember Danny's first dump. I was there.
I do remember that. That was epic.
Thank you, Steve, for wiping after.
All right, so your first cassette album.
Not first, my favorite was Michael Jackson's Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know why that.
Which songs were on Dangerous?
Black and White. Yeah.
Was that after Thriller? Was that the next one right after Thriller?
No, not the next one. 1991.
I think it might have been like 2 after, but I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
It was his 8th studio album. I looked it up.
Yeah.
But
if you're black or white.
For some reason that cassette I would play it nonstop when I was going to kindergarten.
That had Heal the World.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. See, I think you know what it is. I think it's your age. Because when you were young, when you kids were young, cassettes were like we didn't give you 45s, we didn't give you vinyl. You probably would break them.
Yeah.
So instead of a cassette album for me, Metallica's Garage Days all the way. That was great. Good covers on that. Another person had Appetite for Destruction or Run DMC's Raising Hell. Wow. This is a good one. My favorite cassette album, Kick from In Excess. So many great songs.
Oh God, that was man.
Yeah, Metallica's definitely up there as well. And Justice for All for me. Because I remember listening to that a lot on cassette.
Huh?
Yeah.
And you guys had a lot cooler ones than I did. My alternative one was like the Chipmunks 35th anniversary album.
Oh, dude, that's a banger.
Yeah, it was.
See, mine on that same page was the Tarzan movie soundtrack.
Oh, that's a banger.
It is. Phil Collins nailed that album.
Hate Phil Collins because of that stupid movie.
What song did he do on that movie?
Yeah, what song?
He did the whole soundtrack.
Oh, really? So it's all just Tarzan stuff?
Yeah, he did that for us, man.
What was the big song from that movie? Was there a good one?
It's
she's going to start singing.
Was it like swinging in the trees?
Did any of the songs in the middle of it go?
Probably, yeah.
Tarzio.
You'll Be in My Heart one.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh, that makes me cry.
Oh, really?
It's so sweet.
I wonder how they convinced him to do the entire. I mean, besides money.
I think you've answered your own question.
Yeah.
There's not much to convince somebody. Yeah, I bet it was money. I mean,
had to be a lot of money.
And maybe Disney, and probably every father likes it because their kids. Every kid loves Disney. Isn't that how The Rock got into doing Disney? Because his kids loved it.
Yeah.
See, you just heard you missed the drum beat.
I did. I heard it.
Okay, I hate this already. You know, I have to say, I was never on Peter Gabriel's side, but I am totally on Peter Gabriel's side now. I think actually Phil Collins ruined Genesis.
Did he get hit with some unexpected bills? Like, I don't understand why he did this.
Oh, God, this is the worst of the... What year? The 80s?
So terrible.
I'm sorry, but I know you love this song. My apologies for saying it sucks.
It 99?
Yeah. This was 99. It does sound like the 80s to me.
I think the reason why it's so...
It sounds Celine Dion-ish, actually.
A little bit. Is like the whole montage with this song. It's like him finding his new mother because he's raised by the gorillas.
But does it ever say why he did this?
I'm looking.
Because he was raised by gorillas, Steve. You don't know that about Phil Collins? He was raised by gorillas, and he said, finally a movie I can put a soundtrack to.
I'm trying to think of who's like our current day Phil Collins, would you say?
Oh, Ed Sheeran?
I could go with that a little bit. Yeah, very massively successful. Like, wouldn't we all be like, what are you doing, Ed? If you all of a sudden just did like a Tarzan soundtrack.
And he recorded it in 5 different languages himself.
Well, yeah, who was, when you think of Phil Collins' origin, too, did anybody start off like in a really cool, like, it was a cool rock band, but obviously not super popular, but then go on and make it become a huge pop star?
Different. But let's look at One Direction and Harry Styles.
Okay.
Massively, I mean, NSYNC and Justin Timberlake. But, like, obviously, but, like, if Harry Styles all of a sudden, they're like, he just did a soundtrack for a Disney movie called Tarzan, I think we'd all be like, man, he's really dipping into those mushrooms.
Yeah. That's what they did back then, though.
I'm not really seeing, like, why him personally, but they're saying that this soundtrack peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and that this was his major comeback.
This was a major comeback. Well, 1999, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, because he was a star of the 80s.
Someone said he also did the Brother Bear soundtrack.
I don't even know that.
And they also said Phil Collins is a genius.
Okay.
I mean, he's getting paid to write silly songs about Tarzan and bears and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I go back. I love the 80s, Steve. Genesis, the Phil Collins Genesis, not my favorite part of the 80s. I know people...
They were more mainstream.
Yeah, I just don't like it. And it's funny, it's like everything you'd love about the 80s sound, but something about Phil Collins just...
Was Invisible Touch Genesis or just Phil Collins?
Oh, I think it's Genesis.
Then, dude, they're great. That's it. That's
you know what? Maybe I'm hating on Phil by himself. You're right, Steve. Maybe Genesis wasn't so bad, but Phil by himself just... no. I guess when you think of like Sting by himself.
In the Air Tonight, it's not just Phil Collins?
I think that is.
Yeah, I mean, how do you argue that? That's like one of the greatest songs ever.
I don't like the song.
I don't either. I'm with BJ on that one. I think I just don't like Phil Collins.
Shut up, Danny.
That's fine.
Me and the internet all agree that this is a phenomenal soundtrack because the amount of memes and everything, he went so hard.
Because of the memes? That's why it's a great...
No, that's not why. That's how I know it is.
Okay,
the amount of people who agree with me.
I don't know if I want to believe just because those folks...
I want you to go home this weekend, Steve, and watch Tarzan with Tatum and tell me how great of a movie you think
I guarantee you within 5 minutes she's going to be like Daddy Paw Patrol toys on YouTube.
And Vicky, how old were you?
9.
Okay, again...
And my dad got me the cassette. We would listen to it together.
That's
why it's phenomenal.
I've said it before. You as an adult cannot tell us that things that when you were 9 are great. You just have to understand when you're 9, you have an entirely different filter on.
It hit
Nothing
the
is ever
Billboard
as
charts,
great.
number 5.
I will cite the great Jar Jar Binks, which both of my children loved Jar Jar when they were 9. Okay, but now they won't be caught dead. Well, Sarah actually, she's still representing for Jar Jar.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the resurgence.
Yeah,
I can't wait till they do one of those on the Disney
But
Plus.
Joey Dees just looks at me every time a Star Wars conversation comes up, and he goes, "If you bring up that I like Jar Jar, I will cut you."
It's fake news.
Yeah. So when you're 9, Vicky, come on, it can't be as good as it was. I'm hearing that, and that's not the best Phil's ever done.
It is up there, though.
I'd like to put it up there, all right. That's what I'd like to do. Never have it come back. All right, it is time to answer one of life's biggest questions, and it has nothing to do with Phil Collins and everything to do with Ryan Castle and a mask. What do they have in common? I'll tell you at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a mask have in common?
Free face.
I totally missed that, sir.
Yeah, what'd you say?
I said it's a scary face.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So true.
Also, I have a built-in face covering.
Oh, the beard. Yes.
Mask, schmask, I think what's more important is today is this very special man's birthday.
Oh, right.
The man, the myth, the drunk, Ryan Castle. Woo! Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh, thanks.
And in perfect form, my parents, in honor of you, are already drunk and they wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh. Get out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Ryan. Oh, I hit stop. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Sorry.
I'm going to sound a lot like your parents a little later on this afternoon, I think.
And I have to say, I will be there for the festivities. Hard to believe I don't go anywhere, but for you, brother, I'll be there.
I'm going to pump BJ full of rum and Diet Coke.
What did I tell you?
Yep.
I need someone to stop it because he's a crazy man. Then, hey, listen, man. Happy birthday to you. Thanks for everything you bring to the table, which is usually alcohol.
And McDonald's. He brings McDonald's to the table.
He does do that.
Yes.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this. The internet got duped by a fake mask for babies called Baby Mute that supposedly quiets their crying baby by 87%.
I'm looking at this mask and it looks terrible.
Oh, man.
Why would people believe that's real?
And
why, when you could just give them whiskey?
On Ryan's birthday.
You know something. None of these are good ideas, so please don't do any of them. Anyway, go to Riot Castle to get a 12-pack. That's a great idea.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Invest in your future on your schedule at Columbia College. Earn an accredited degree faster with 8-week classes starting 6 times a year. Go at your own pace as you build your future. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.